gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live here in Yuma, Arizona. I don't know how many times I said it, and then Scott Madrid showed up, and he's like, I had no idea that Yuma was this big. And Ethan's telling me, oh, yeah, they got all these stores. They got a Best Buy. They got this and that. I've honestly only stopped in Yuma to hit the Burger King on my way to San Diego, if I'm completely honest. But, guys, Yuma's big. They've got a nice facility here. Great staff so far. Great welcome by the Yuma Catholic staff. We're glad to be here. Let's Go Elks, bringing you the action live here at Yuma Catholic. It's the quarterfinals game as your Round Valley Elks face off against the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks. Joined tonight, my left. I don't know how things work. Looks like it's your right on the screen, Mr. Ethan Holliday. Ethan, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, Wes. How are you?
Oh, doing really well. Mr. Dan Muth on my right. Your left. How you doing, Dan?
I am well. Thanks for asking.
Dan's going to be working the stats for you on the laptop. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Diana Elmer White Mountain Ponderosa Realty pregame show here in Yuma. Guys, we're bringing you the action with Mr. Scott Madrid down on the field. We got Rustin McBride working the main camera. And then we got Anna. We've got a student and the teacher's assistant from the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks helping us out tonight on a third camera. So, Ethan, go ahead. And, yeah, we got one more camera. Ethan can even show you what we got going on tonight. Let me hit the main real quick. This is going to be Anna working this camera right here. And then we've got the overall view for you for the goodness. But, guys, it is beautiful weather. Just a little bit of wind. You guys feeling that, but not enough that I think our kickers are going to be affected by it. Would you agree, Dan?
No, I can't even feel the breeze, so I think we're good.
Just right. Beautiful weather. Beautiful night for football. 81 degrees here in Yuma. Guys, thanks for joining us on the live stream. Please take a chance to hit that share button on the live stream right now. Let us know that you are live. Let your friends and family know where they can watch live here on Let's Go Elks as we get things going here tonight in the Diana Elmer pregame show. Dan, let's talk about the road. I don't say the road less traveled by, but it's the road that we did travel as the Elks came here to the quarterfinals. I was trying to wax eloquent, and it just wasn't going to work, so I said it anyway. But let's talk about the season for just a second as we have about 12 minutes before kickoff here. How have the Elks got themselves into Yuma, Arizona this evening?
Grit and determination. I mean, we've had one stumble in the entire season, and that one hurt. That one hurt. I'm not gonna lie, but you learn more from those losses than you do from a whole season full of victories. So, we went pretty much undefeated until Snowflake, and then we bounced back against Estrella Foothills. So, we've been playing strong ever since. Had a battle against Wickenburg. Wickenburg showed up, and they were a little salty, but we played well. And once we got the upper hand, we maintained it. So if we come out with that same grit and determination tonight, we could have a very good night tonight.
So, guys, Snowflake in the mix. You talk about the stumble. You talk about the learning opportunity. Number 2, Snowflake playing number 10, Thatcher, tonight in Snowflake. And so we, 2 games from now, we may see them again. It would be a welcome back.
Yeah, I give the advantage to Snowflake tonight mainly because I passed the Thatcher bus coming up through the canyon.
Okay.
Whether you go through Mule Creek or you go through the canyon on a bus, that's not an easy ride.
It's not fun for anybody.
No, and a bus full of football players, I just can't imagine that those guys, it probably took them a couple hours after they got to Snowflake to get their legs underneath them and get their stomachs to calm down.
I was talking to Coach Cochran and Coach Walker for Little League All-Star team, and they said one game that I think they went to Snowflake for Little League Baseball All-Stars, they drove over, let the kids on the phones, their Switches, their PlayStations, whatever, and they got the kids there, and they just couldn't play because they were so wobbly, couldn't handle it. And so you're absolutely right. It takes time to recover and get your legs back underneath you for certain.
Yeah, I was glad to hear that Round Valley came down last night, stayed in Phoenix to shorten the drive up. 411 miles is a long trek on a bus.
I will tell you that I did the exact same thing, and I'm not even playing a football game tonight, but I brought part of the crew down last night. We got down late and made the rest of the drive today, and we're going to hit the reverse button on that after the game tonight because that's just
interesting. So we're offline?
And we're back. So we're going to see how much that happens. All right, guys, I think that we're back. I'm checking right now. Here's the deal. We are on their internet right now, and I have another internet connection ready as a backup if we need to cut over. So here's what I need from you is if it happens over and over again and I'm not catching the drop packets, please send me a message at 928-251-0005. You text me, you call, you let me know that it's dropping, and I will cut over to our cellular connection that we have. We're on their connection, which is way more stable, or supposed to be way more stable.
Including opponents and officials, is part of that privilege. It is a privilege that the
All right, guys, once again, I'm trying to get things going right now. I just kicked over to the cellular connection because it dropped again. I'm going to see what the upload is. Again, I had settings prepped for a 1080 stream out, lots of bandwidth, lots of craziness. I'm going to see what our upload is giving us right now to see if it can handle it. You know, it acts like it's going to. We're going to let it ride and see what we can get, guys. We're going to go to the national anthem here. We're going to turn up the atmosphere, Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Yuma. We did have their internet connection drop on us again, so we cut over to our cellular connection. Guys, mileage may vary. We're going to do the best we can to bring you the best action we can.
Dear Lord, strong and faithful God, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes, keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. In your name we pray, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
I apologize for that. I didn't know we were starting off with a word of prayer, so getting things started off with a prayer here is the Round Valley Elks on one side of the field. The Yuma Catholic Shamrocks walking onto the field right now, being led by bagpipe.
The officials for tonight's game are A.J. Kinnell, J.C. Summers, Joe Cordell,
And there's your Elks.
Felix.
Here come your Round Valley Elks onto their side of the field as the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks walking in on their side of the field. The officials finding their way to midfield as we get ready for the captains and the start of the action here. Captains for the Shamrocks tonight, number 10, Mario Martinez. Number 3, Austin Rush. Number 5, Desmond Esquivel. And number 12, Austin Priest. The Shamrocks 10-1 with a 5-0 record in the 3A West leading up to this game tonight. Once again, guys, hit that share button right now. Let everybody know that we are live. We are here on YouTube and Facebook. Here comes Rowdy Rivera, number 24 for the Round Valley Elks, Jaden the Pancake Cisco, and number 75, Brandon Strickland, your captains for the Round Valley Elks tonight.
Captain for tonight's team on Elks is number 24, Rowdy Rivera, number 56, Jaden Cisco, and number 75, Brandon Strickland. the captain for the Shamrocks. Number 3, Austin Rush. Number 5, Desmond Esquivel.
They took our atmosphere.
And number 12, Austin Freeze.
Trying to get the official word from the captain or from the officials. Round Valley won the toss. They're going to receive. So they're going to receive from, I believe, what's the north end. And Yuma will be kicking from the south. So both teams heading to their sideline. They're getting ready to go.
Who has it? Where is it? Do they think that we're trying to listen? Is that what's going on? I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Yuma Catholic.
And then here comes Yuma Catholic.
Shamrocks coming out onto the field. Guys, we have never had this happen before. One of our microphones that we use to help you guys hear what's happening down on the field got borrowed. And I'm not sure where it is. Ethan thinks he saw where it went, but it's gone.
I
haven't seen that happen before.
No, that's never happened before.
We got fireworks, we got excitement, we got action. Dan, what did I miss at midfield? What's happening?
So we're receiving from the north end. They're kicking from the south end. We won the toss and elected to receive.
We want the ball. All right.
And I was trying to get the refs to come up, and no dice.
And that should be here on 7-8. Did that get unplugged as well?
No idea. We had nothing coming through, so we'll have to play with that while things get going. I'm still a little flummoxed about taking the atmosphere, Mike. I mean, what the?
All right, guys, the teams are heading on to the field as we get ready for Round Valley to receive. As we get ready to start the White Mountain Off-Road first quarter here in Yuma.
Everyone on your feet for the kickoff. Make some noise.
All righty. So the teams are taking the field. Round Valley's lining up on the 50 to receive the kick from Yuma Catholic.
Well, plenty of fireworks before the game started, so let's see what the game provides as far as pyrotechnics.
Tell you what, yeah, it reminds me of the old days.
Does it?
It does. We used to play, when we played outside, we used to have fireworks like that. All right, looks like number 14 for Yuma will be kicking off. And here's the kick. It's going to be a dribbler to about the 32.
We'll
28.
take it on the 35, yeah?
Yeah, it's going to be on the 35.
Ball goes out of bounds on about the 18-yard line. It's going to be first and 10 for the Elks.
Well, hopefully that's the biggest technical snafu that we have of the night right there. And that's okay. Here we go. We're getting a little bit of the action. The internet was tanking on us. We got that pivoted. We lost a microphone. You're going to hear us all night.
I like it.
Well, I'm glad we took all that extra time, Ethan, and made sure that got done. You?
I am also thinking that was a tremendous use of our.
That's my favorite thing to do is to run that under the bleachers. Round Valley from the shotgun. Mr. Riker Marble receives the first receives the first snap of the night. Seth Wiltbank for a couple yards, going to be second and 8. Tackled by 80 Jackson Jones, sophomore for the Shamrocks. Guys, wherever you're watching, let us know. Cheer, shout, scream on those chats. Smash those emojis. Let us know that you're watching. Things are a little crazy. We'll go back and forth and try to be watching as much as we can. Thanks for joining us here on Let's Go Elks. This is the White Mountain Off-Road first quarter. Whoa! Riker Marble from the shotgun. Seth Wiltbank with him. We got one receiver out each side. Riker's he's gonna hang on to it. He's not gonna use that option and pitch. We're gonna have a first down as Riker crosses midfield. gets pulled down hard. We're going to get to about the 47-yard line. First down for your Elks. Let's move those chains.
Tackled on the 47-yard line of the Shamrocks. First and 10.
Yeah, Riker found a nice block on that outside and just cut upfield. That was a great run by Marble.
See if I can get it for you a little bit. See, that option was available to him. He decides not to take it. Crossing midfield. Here we go. Riker Marble under center. Have we seen this at all except for victory formation? Seth Wiltbank cutting in back to the middle. Seth's going to cross the 40. It's going to be good for about 8 yards. Second down.
Yeah.
Was the ball carrier. Tackled on the
Yeah, running into his own man on that cutback. If that didn't happen, I think he would have been gone.
All right, guys, tonight, other games happening around the state. We got Sabino at ALA Gilbert North. You got your Round Valley Elks right here at Yuma Catholic, River Valley at Valley Christian, and Thatcher at Snowflake. We'll try to keep up on scores as much as we can. 2nd and 2 for the Elks. Marbles under center. Wiltbank about 5 yards back. We got 2 to the left side. Seth Wiltbank is going to get it. He's trying to get some yardage back. It's going to be a loss of about 5. Third down.
Seth Wiltbank was tackled on the 44-yard line. Going to be third down and about 6.
Yeah, the defensive end for Yuma closed that gap on him, and he just had no place to go.
Does it smell like cordite up here to you?
I was
It
smelling
does.
something. Absolutely smelling something.
Tickles the nostrils.
Third down. Third and about 6, Dan.
Yeah.
Ish.
Ish.
3rd and 6. Elks under center. I'm not used to saying that. Riker a little not used to doing it. He bumbles it. Gets the ball back up. Caught by, was that Trayson Merrill, I
That
believe,
was
number
Merrill.
10.
Yep.
Gain of about a yard on the play, 4th and 5.
Number 22, Devin Black.
Clock runs. We're under 9.5 minutes left in the White Mountain Off-Road first quarter action here in Yuma. White Mountain Off-Road just closing out their season on November 1st, but you can start scheduling your 2022 adventures for beginning March 1st at whitemountainoffroad.com. Riker Marble decides not to pitch. Riker Marble decides not to pitch, loses the ball. Shamrocks will recover with about a 6-yard advantage with that fumble. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Shamrocks on their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, well, it was 4th down anyway, so it was going to, if we didn't get the first down, it would have gone to them, so.
So let's take a peek at it if we can right now. Watch the playback real quick. Decides not to give it to Wiltbank because he sees the one defender coming around the corner there. 1st and 10 for the Shamrocks. Shamrocks from the shotgun position. One man behind him.
There's a pitch, and he's hit right the line of scrimmage.
Nice snag by number 12.
Yeah, that is Ziegler, I believe.
Ziegler in on that as well.
For a tiny little loss.
Ziegler and Riley Harlan in on the tackle right there. 2nd down. From the shotgun, quick pass left side to number 83. Number 83 is going to cut upfield, crosses midfield. Brought down by Seth Wiltbank. Number 83, Logan Rush, gives the Shamrocks first down.
Tackled by number 22, Ricardo Morales.
Big thanks to Altitude. Altitude.life, hyperbaric oxygen therapy sessions. We are a little closer to sea level right now, but when you're back up high in the Round Valley area and you need to rehabilitate a little bit, you get an hour session of pure oxygen below sea level pressures. It'll help your body function at optimal performance. Give it a look at Altitude.life. Pitch forward to number 22. 22 finds some running room. He's going to get himself a first down. 22, Devin Black.
I believe that was 23 on the tackle.
Brett Jordan.
So Brett Jordan.
First down.
Quarterback with the time he needs. Pass to the left side. Picked up by number 12. Shamrocks will put 6 on the board with 7:51 left in the first quarter of play. Number 83 to kick. Oh, hold up.
Procedure, that's going to back them up.
Penalty on the field for the Shamrocks. They're going to scoot it back 5 yards. We're going to try again. Thatcher early to score against Snowflake, 6-0 in the first quarter.
I was just looking for that. I must not be looking at the right page.
Shamrocks 7, Elks 0.
7:51 left in the first quarter of play. And we have the same fight song, ladies and gentlemen.
That's unfortunate, but not unexpected.
Because they're the Shamrocks.
Yeah, with the blue and the gold and the
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
It makes a little bit of sense there. I can see that. Round Valley's receiving team back out onto the field. So once again, guys, tonight 4 games going on around the state. We got River Valley at Valley Christian, Thatcher at Snowflake, your Round Valley Elks right here, and Sabino at Gilbert ALA. The bracket look tonight brought to you by R&R Barbecue. They fed us last week. We got some R&R Barbecue in the house in the Dome before the game last week. Pretty outstanding stuff.
Everyone on your feet for the kickoff and make some noise.
Thatcher over Snowflake, that's a little bit of a surprise, huh?
Last I saw 6-0. We'll see if the PAT was no good or what. But unless that was a mistype, somebody fat fingering something. But that's a surprise to me. 14 with a kick. Shamrocks are going to recover that on the 31 or 32 yard line. Ball in and out of the hands of the Elks.
Dallin Walker unable to come away with it, and Shamrocks recover on the 20-yard line. If he'd have let it bounce, it'd have gone out of bounds, and we'd have been 1st and 10 on the 35. So it looks like they're going to get it 1st and 10 from the 31.
We'll see if we can show you. Really, again, I think it was close. That ball was up.
Over on their own 31-yard line.
Elks defense lines up. Shamrocks from the shotgun, 1 in the backfield, same formation we saw a minute ago with them. Number 4, the quarterback looking with some pressure by number 23, Brett Jordan, gets the pass off. Intended for number 3, I believe, Austin Rush. Pass incomplete, 2nd down.
we got a flag over here on the other side of the field in the area of pass interference or defensive holding, more than likely.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Over here by the 20-yard line.
On the near side?
Yep, near side. Unless it's confetti. Yep.
22, Ricardo Morales with the penalty.
What was the penalty there, Dan? I apologize.
He said something about personal contact. I'm going to assume that that's some sort of pass interference based on the yardage they just stepped off.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Shamrocks. Back in the exact same formation again. 3 to the left side, 1 in the backfield. Quarterback looking, pass out to the left side. Intended for number 13, Luke Stallworth. Defense on top of things. Pass is incomplete, 2nd down.
Incomplete, intended for Austin Priest, number 12.
The Elks defender there hitting the brakes a little bit. Didn't want to make that contact again because, again, with a call like that so early in the game, are you worried now?
Gonna be 2nd
Well,
down.
yeah, I mean, that's a good you want to play soft because you don't want to be so aggressive that you draw the penalty, but then you got to remain close enough to where you can make a play defensively. So we need to find that balance. And that's going to take probably a quarter to fill this crew out. Let's see, we got procedure on the. Yeah, so we've got procedure. I think the center moved the ball.
And that's a comfort thing most of the time for a center. They get used to sliding the ball, moving it around, but just too much for the officials' liking, I'm guessing.
Well, most of the time the umpire will ask you once how do you want it? And then they'll place it like that. And
Fair.
if the center moves it, then he's simulating the snap and draws a penalty.
4 pass left side. Number 10, the intended receiver, unable to get possession of it.
And guarded very well by, who is that?
Is that Morgan Arona, I
That's
believe?
Morgan Arona.
Mario Martinez, number 10.
Morgan Arona letting him know, nah, you can't have that one.
3rd and 15. Elks defense, big opportunity right here for them to shut it down and force a field goal situation.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed on the last 2 kickoffs, but they're doing everything they can to keep that ball out of Seth and Rivera's hands.
Yep.
But, you know, the kicking game so far this season has been a little bit questionable on a lot of the teams that we faced. And maybe we're just spoiled.
Copy paste, look to the left side, copy paste, reception, Logan Rush. 6 more points on the board for the Shamrocks. 7:31 left in the first quarter of play. So, Dan, what do the Elks need to do to adjust? We're seeing a similar formation. We're seeing similar passes. We're seeing a lot of similar things. What are the Elks not doing to adjust to it?
That's a good question. If they need to change the way that the coverage in the secondary, maybe get out of zone and go straight to man. I think that might be the first adjustment because we've got plenty of speed to hang with them. I think they're picking our zone apart, so we need to go back to a man coverage.
Okay.
Is my guess. Now, if they're in man coverage, then we need to get better at it because we're leaving too many receivers open back there. I mean,
Yeah. Essentially, he's just running past the first zone that Rowdy's got out in that flat, getting behind him, and the next zone's picking up over the top, and he's just there underneath it catching the ball.
Yeah, it just seems the safeties aren't stepping up and doing their thing. So I guess Thatcher did not get the PAT against Snowflake because that score is holding.
That's 6-0.
6-0. River Valley 0-0 against Valley Christian.
Sabino, ALA Gilbert.
And it's in progress, but there's no scores yet.
Doing a refresh right now to see if I have any changes in the games.
We just went over it.
So Valley Christian scoring over River Valley 7-0 in the first. Yuma Catholic, you know the score to that one, still 6-0 in Thatcher.
Now, I just did that, and it didn't, but I didn't refresh. Oh, okay. So there's a short kick. It's going to go out of bounds. Round Valley will start 1st and 10 from the 35. Again, Yuma Catholic trying to keep that ball out of the hands of the Wiltbank and Rivera by kicking it short, and he keeps kicking to the sideline. So Round Valley will get the start on the 35.
Sorry about that, guys. Working out some kinks on the live stream with the staff that we have. We found out a little bit more about the microphone, so we'll see if we can get things ironed out, shuffled around a little bit here. So bear with us. So what happened, Dan? I apologize. Give me the recap. Elks got the ball. Are we on the 35? So the same thing. Looks
We're
like
on
a
the
copy
30.
paste.
Yeah, he's not kicking it deep, and he's hooking it too hard, and it's going out of bounds. So we're starting on the 35. And this time, you know, they yelled fire and just let it go.
1st and 10 for the Elks. Riker Marble back in the shotgun position. One receiver out to each side. Riker's going to hang on to it left side, tries to make some room. He's going to roll and get about 3 yards or so on the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, he had Cisco out there lead blocking for him. So he's gonna battle up about 4 yards on the keeper.
That's a good positive play on the first down. I like it.
Yeah.
Just need to get some positive yards. Get some first downs under our belt. Settle down.
2nd and 6 for the Round Valley Elks. Marble from the shotgun. I see Rivera way out here on our side. The ball given to Wiltbank. Wiltbank breaks the line of scrimmage. Another 3 yards.
Yeah, about 3.
3rd and 3 is going to be the play. The Elks on their own 42-yard line. I think that's right. Yeah, because 3rd and 3. That's how numbers work, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like math and stuff.
It's a thing.
So some changes on the offensive line. They got Cisco at guard and Dana at center. And it looks like Round Valley's going to take a timeout.
So, Dan, tell me why. You noticed the line change there. Are the Elks trying to shake things up? Are we going to see Cisco pulling a lot? Like, what's the reasoning there?
Well, I think the purpose of that is so that you can pull Cisco and get him out on the outside and help those backs with those outside blocks and get Seth around the corner. Dana's a good choice at center, and so that puts a lot of beef in the middle also.
And the good news is, with the new center, the starting center all year is right next to him. So if he's got any questions, hey, he's got the guy there to help him know what he's got to do. So
yeah, well, and Yuma Catholic has been watching film on us all year. So, giving them a different look doesn't hurt at all. So that's a good thing. So now Round Valley is breaking out of their timeout huddle and hustling to the line. Head coach for Yuma is meeting with the referee about something. So that's the holdup now.
Yep. Unfortunately, he didn't leave his mic on, so we don't know what they're talking about.
Well, I wish I could read hands because
he's pretty animated. I'll give you that. All righty.
So Round Valley's got 2 timeouts left. Yuma's got all 3 of theirs with 6:06 left in the first. Marble back in shotgun. Marble's looking downfield.
Marble puts it in the air. Rowdy Rivera.
And, yeah, Yuma Catholic had a hand on him the entire time.
Pushing him away from that situation.
He had his hand on his jersey. That's unfortunately, it's not like the NFL, so we will get the first down on that play, though.
Let's see if we can catch it. The stream, I think, might be just a touch behind. I'm going to try to scoot it up here. See if we can get it before we got to get back.
Yeah. Holding against Round Valley.
See if we can see it. You're watching the instant replay right now. Marble from the shotgun. He's rolling. Passes up. So holding against Rowdy on that play.
How could he hold him? He was in front of him.
He's bringing him with him.
Okay, sure. If you say so.
Placed on the 32-yard line of the Elks. It's going to be 3rd down and about 14.
Well, interesting call, to say the least.
Yeah. Well, they were closer, so.
3rd and 14.
There's the blitz.
A little bit of screen action. Seth Wiltbank. Seth trying to break up field. It's going to be 4th and about 7, I think. 4th and 7 or 4th and 8.
Yeah.
Duran was in on that tackle. It's 4th down.
Wow. Yuma's got a vocal crowd. I'll give him that.
Yes, they do.
I'm learning all kinds of new words tonight.
Here's the punt by Marble. Line drive, going to get fielded at about the 30. He found the sideline. He's got a block. Oh, and there's all kinds of laundry on the field.
1, 2, 3 or 4 flags.
Four flags, and the line judge got tripped by the chain gang.
They're calling back.
Yeah.
The umpire, another flag.
And now we got a hat.
That's got to be a sideline situation there.
Definitely a sideline.
Well, we're going to take a second because I think they're going to take a second to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4 flags, a hat, and a lot of excitement going on here in the first quarter of play. We still got 5 minutes left in the White Mountain Off-Road.
Yeah, so I know the hat is because a Yuma Catholic player got chippy and said something they shouldn't have.
There are 2 fouls on the play. During the return, blindside block, receiving team, that's a 15-yard spot foul. After the score, we have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, number 11, green. That also occur a 15-yard penalty. First down, goal.
So the touchdown is brought back.
Yep.
Start with that. The touchdown's brought back, and then 2 penalties, both against the Shamrocks. Number 11 with a personal foul.
Yes.
Correct. And the other was what, Dan? Give us some light on that one.
So you had an illegal block on the sideline.
Okay.
So blindside block. They don't let you do what we used to call nose pickers. So that was post possession, and then after the ball was blown dead, then you had a dead ball unsportsmanlike, yielding a 30-yard penalty from the spot of the block. So now that's why they're marching all the way back.
So it will be the Shamrocks' ball. Shamrocks are going to have the ball, 5:08 left of the first quarter of play, and we're going to be on – they're going to start off on their own 27-yard line is where we're going to see the Shamrocks.
Yep. So that particular series was good for about 50 yards in penalties.
Whew. Similar formation again, 3 to our side, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield with the quarterback. Number 4, the quarterback, Richard Stallworth Jr. for the Shamrocks. I think was the white hat communicating with the Shamrocks coach there? Is that why we're still not in motion here, Dan?
Yes.
I see him coming back. Yeah, he's in the backfield now. Whistle's blown. We're back in the action. 5:08 left in the first. Shamrocks with the ball. Similar formation from the shotgun. Stallworth looking. He's passing to the right side. Pass intended for the Shamrock on the right side. I think it was that Nico Pena with the...
No, that was...
Or was that...
That was 28.
Sorry, number 28 in on the action there.
He hit him after the ball got to the area, so there's no penalty on that.
Riker Marble. If it's 28, that was Riker on that hit.
So Riker's in at safety. So Riker and Brown are back at safety, and that is got Nico at corner, Rivera at corner, and then Jordan, Rominger, and Arona at linebacker.
All right, back at it, second down. Run's going to be good for about 4 yards, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Morgan Arona with the initial attack on that.
So that means Seth is not on the field anywhere.
No.
Okay.
So what we've got is we've got Merrill and Ziegler at defensive ends, and then 60 and 56, or Cisco and number 60 in at nose guard and tackle. Or is that 50? Oh, that's 50. That's Garcia. Oh, hit and brought down to 28 by Rivera.
Rivera with the tackle. Flag thrown after the play's over.
I think he's going to get Jordan with the late hit on that.
While we wait to hear from the referee. Oh, wait, I think we're going to hear from him right now.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Late hit. Defense, number 23. The 15-yard penalty we added to the end of the run. First down.
Yeah, what we're going to see now is the referees are going to tighten the belts up a little bit because things are getting a little too chippy for the first quarter. So we got 4:19 left in the first.
1st and 10, 4:15 left in the first. Shamrocks now lined up heavy to the right side. Quarterback was looking to that single man to the left side. He's going to spin. Stallworth still going.
Excellent hustle play by number 12 to bring him down from behind.
Yeah, that's Brody Ziegler.
Brought down by Ziegler, short of the first down.
Was tackled on the 48-yard line of the Elks. Going to be 2nd and 5.
Some love to Cowboy Up Hay and Ranch Supply. They got new Royal Canin dog and cat foods for those specific breeds and needs. They got all your chainsaw stuff, trimmer, blower, crazy, whatever you need. They're not a big box store, but they got the best quality and they want to take care of you. Cowboy Up, Springerville, Arizona. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you helping us out. Bring the action to everybody in the herd live. Different formation now. Stallworth looking to the right side. Passes up. He's got one to beat Riker Marble. Riker Marble pushes him out of bounds.
So the Round Valley coaches are signaling he's out of bounds. The line judge, for whatever reason, isn't making the call. So he just conferred with the back judge and confirmed, yes, he was out of bounds. So.
Well, good communication then by the officials then, making sure getting it right.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's important that these guys all talk to each other, settle down, and just, you know, make sure the boys are doing what the boys are supposed to be doing and not get caught up in all the fanfare. So.
Well, sometimes you got to get a little better look at things. White Mountain Regional Medical Center with the replay. They're getting a new MRI and a new CT machine. So when you need to get a little look at something.
Oh, yeah, he was a good yard out of bounds when he came down with it. He jumped when he was in bounds, but he jumped out of bounds.
So you definitely got to pick your battles there, right? You want to make sure you're not yelling at the refs all the time, but a good one there for the Round Valley staff to have them take a look at that, confirmed by the other official.
Yeah, Round Valley's defense showing blitz with the Rona. Now he's going to back out.
3rd and 4. Stallworth looking. He's going to take that middle. There's nobody around him on the left side. He's going to run out of bounds on the 40-yard line. He knew where that first down needed to be, and he's going to get it.
Yeah, Brett Jordan coming after him on a stunt and basically flushed him out of the pocket and forced him to the sideline. And, you know, Yuma Catholic is smart. They knew where they had to go to get to the line to gain, so they made sure they went out of bounds and got the first down doing it.
Again, wanting to show a little bit of love to Mr. Troy Merrill, Farmers Insurance Agent in Eager, Arizona. He wants to talk to you about all your insurance needs, even that life insurance conversation, which isn't always the funnest one to have. Go see Troy in Eager by the shortstop. He wants to help take care of you and your family.
Incomplete pass on the near side.
Pass was intended for Luke Stallworth.
Did he say Luke Star Wars?
Star Wars.
No, I know Star Wars, but I heard Star Wars a little bit. And well, may the force be with somebody tonight.
Hey, they're the Shamrocks. They already got all the luck they need.
Ooh. Guys, don't forget, hit that share button. Let everybody know where the herd is at tonight. Snowflake scored, Dan. 6-7. Snowflake now up over Thatcher. Winning by 1. River Valley tied with Valley Christian. 7-7.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Stallworth looking. Stallworth passing to the corner. It's to the corner.
And batted away.
Slammed.
Batted away by Marble. And
Flag on the play.
we'll see what we got.
Touchdown. What is going on? Get into the right action here. See if we can catch the replay here. Because we still don't know what the penalty is. Sorry, guys, we got some grounding issues on that mic, but we want to give you the white hat as much as we can. I'm going to try to leave that buzz on just so we can hear the official here in a second. Bear with us.
Pass interference, defense, number 24. 15 yards from the previous spot.
Well, it's what we feared.
Yep, PI on Rivera. That's going to move the chains 15 yards, 1st and 10. So that's going to put them just shy of the 20.
Yuma Catholic Shamrocks.
About 4 yards shy of the 20-yard line.
I think I saw that said 1st and 10 from the 23.
Yeah.
Close to the red zone. From the shotgun, Stallworth looking to the right side. He's passing to the corner. Receiver with some nice moves to catch the ball. He's going to get pushed out of bounds inside the 10. It's going to be a 1st and goal situation with just under 3 minutes in the first quarter of play.
Yeah, pretty impressive little cut there on Pena.
Yep, nice move there.
Pass was caught by number 12, Austin Priest.
Not used to marking
Another Yuma Catholic
Marble
Shamrock
down
first
with
down.
Defensive
tackles.
stuff? Yeah.
In fact, I got to add him.
As soon as we get a chance, guys, we will take a look at the stats right there. Stats tonight brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. We want to see what Dan's gathering some numbers and what the numbers are showing us. We'll try to take a look at that at the quarter break. 1st and goal. Shamrocks line up condensed. One in the backfield. He's not. He's going to roll. He's looking. We got pressure. They're dancing. Pass intended in the left quarter.
Yep, batted away. I'm trying to get a number. Yeah, that was Pena on the pass coverage there.
Pass was incomplete. Tempered by Justin Erath.
Alrighty, well, 2nd and goal from the 8.
Pass incomplete. Nice coverage there by the defense. 2nd and goal. Thank you, Ethan. Stallworth looking again to the left side. Copy, paste. Another flag on the play. Is anybody having a little bit of, like, I know the team is green and gold, but is anybody else feeling a little Sholo action
I
going
thought about
on right
saying
now?
it. I thought about it.
I
The refs are playing a heck of a game.
I don't want to say it. I'm not.
I'm sorry I said it.
I've gotten criticized, and I'm not going there.
There has just been a lot of flags, Dan. Again, with
Yes.
the stats, I'm interested to see what we've already seen, even just the number of penalties.
Well,
Being
you know,
defensive player, White, 44, half the distance, replay the down.
So they're going to get 4 free yards, and Nico Pena is going to be attributed with the penalty.
Yep.
So for a 2nd goal from the 4.
yeah, I don't. Yeah.
There's no words, Dan. We're just going to move on right here. Do we have a timeout?
Official timeout.
Okay. I officially need a timeout.
I think the coaches are coming out and asking, well, if the offensive player runs into the defensive guy, how can you call pass interference on the defense? So we'll see how that goes.
Seems like a hard sell to me, but they seem to be happy to draw. So
Well, I'm not seeing from up here what they're seeing on the field, you know, and I'm still trying to digest the pass interference call on Rowdy Rivera down here, where he gets called for holding, and he's leading the Yuma Catholic kid. So, you know, I'm not sure how that works.
yeah, if anything, it looked like his jersey was being pulled.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Anyway,
So real quick, Dan, as we look at the Napa Auto Parts stats, we show 4 penalties on each team so far, resulting in 60 and 50 yards. So already 110 yards in penalties.
yeah, and we're 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. So we are on pace with the Sholo game.
We're not going to talk about that anymore. There's not pacing. It's not crazy. But, again, just a lot of different flags. Now, again, we're on the other side of the state. These kids have never seen this officiating crew. We've never played against this officiating crew, am I right? So that's
Yeah, no, I mean, the refs are throwing penalties on infractions that they see. So, you know, you can't. They're calling their game, and
we have to
so,
adjust.
Yeah, we have to adjust, and that, you know, that includes us as well. And there's
Pass to the left side into the end zone for number 10. So, Dan, is there any room for the conversation of mountain football to where things get played just a little bit rougher, a little bit differently, officiated a little bit differently on our side of the state, and we have to quickly adjust to how things happen in other parts of the state?
There is some nuances in the different regions of the state. That's absolutely true. You wouldn't expect there to be that many differences, but there are. You know, like down in the valley, they don't play with the same level of physicality that the mountain teams do. The west side, based on some of the things I've seen and some of the stuff I've been able to pick up on YouTube, you know, they play a very similar style of game that we do.
So in the time that we are trying to talk a little bit about things, Round Valley getting a dead ball foul, half the distance, and they're going to scoot it up a yard for that PAT here real quick.
They actually declined it, so they just put the ball back, and so try again.
Oh, 83 with the kick. I believe that was wide to the right. Nope, I missed it. 2:37 left in the first. Your Elks trailing 21-0. All right. Well, if I had to venture a guess, I'm going to say they're going to kick it out of bounds to the right side here in just a second. I could be completely off base.
Hey, if you get it right, I'll call you Nostradamus the rest of the night.
Yeah, there you go. I'll take those odds.
Let's see what happens.
I'll put a Snickers on it.
Whoa.
Ooh. Now
Snickers.
we're talking some real
Skittles.
wagering here.
Snickers that I definitely don't need. I might need Skittles to get home tonight. Might need a little
Indeed.
bit of sugar. Tricia Sparza, thank you so much. Into the Woods Photography. Guys, she puts together sports magazine, senior photo specials, and really cool football stuff for the team. So give some love to Into the Woods Photography on Facebook and see some of the cool stuff Trish is doing. Trish was just leveraged by the White Mountain Independent. Did you see that picture of Rowdy in the end zone? Trish took that picture that the Independent used and posted this last week on their website.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Into the Woods Photography. Thank you, Trish.
So the officials enjoying a little huddle in the end zone before they came back out, so I wonder what they were talking about.
Fair enough. The officials huddling up, trying to get things on track. 2:37 left in the first.
It feels strange. It seems like we should be a lot deeper in this game right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it was to the left side.
Jordan with the reception. He's going to get hit at the 35.
We're going to be at the 30. Mark it just past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Elks.
Credit him with maybe 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, a fall forward as he got hit. There's just been a lot of stuff, Dan, that's already happened, a lot of stuff that we normally wouldn't deal with. Maybe that's what adds to, like, the stress of the situation is the internet starts tanking during pregame that worked fine for the hours leading up. And then the microphone gets borrowed. You know, like we've had a number of things, and maybe that's like added to it. We've had a number of flags, which is just interesting. Here we are.
I feel like I'm playing fiddle on the Titanic.
Oh, we're not going back to the Titanic. We've been there before. Riker Marble from the shotgun. Seth Wiltbank, he cuts from the right. Back up. Seth Wiltbank with a nice move. Going to get himself about 5 yards on the play. 2nd down.
And a flag from the head linesman. Yeah.
No.
Was it a late hit?
I believe so.
Foul. Face man. Defense number 23. That'll be added to the end of the run. 1st down.
So penalty against number 23, Jared Marquez, Jr. for the Shamrocks with a face mask. Face mask is a 15-yarder, Dan, am I correct?
That is correct.
So 1st down for your Round Valley Elks. They're going to cross into Shamrock territory with 2:27 left in the first. Plenty of time for the Elks to answer with their first touchdown of the night. Definitely what we want to see right now to start chipping away and changing that momentum here in the first quarter play. Marble from the shotgun. We got 2 out to the left side. Marble gives to Baker. Baker's going to dive in. It's going to be good for at least 5 there.
Yeah, Baker just slamming into people out there, running with some power. You could hear the crack of the pads up here. And, you know, that might be just what the doctor ordered. Put a little smack on the defense and slow them down a little bit.
Little change up.
looks like Baker might have been shaken up a little bit. He's kind of favoring a foot or leg or something coming off the field.
I believe I see Jordan Elmer on our side. Is that 88?
Yes, it is.
Long white sleeves. I think that is him. That's a tell that it's him, usually in the white leggings. Seth Wiltbank trying to find himself around. Nice. He's still on his feet. I think he might have been a little surprised that he didn't get tripped up there, or he got really vertical. We're going to be just shy of the first down, I think.
Yeah, the kid tried to bring him down with a shirt tail tackle, and Seth just powered through it and kept moving, kept driving his legs.
3rd and about 2 is what it's looking like for us. See if we can show that to you before we have to get back at the action. I think the Elks are going to be too quick on the ball. From the shotgun, Riker Marble. Intended receiver, Rowdy Rivera. He seems surprised at how things went.
And
Number
the Shamrocks
23.
interception, yeah.
So from a face mask to a pick 6, Jared Marquez Jr. for the Shamrocks. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of play here in Yuma.
Yeah, that is not what we needed right now. But
Did anybody else see that Rowdy either wasn't looking yet, so I don't think he was anticipating a pass so quickly.
he did.
Yes. Line it up for a PAT. I think he was surprised at that situation just a little bit.
And PAT's good.
And the kick is good. Yuma Catholic Shamrocks 28, Elks 0. We got 44 seconds left in the quarter.
All right, guys, doing a little bit of a score check on the R&R bracket situation. Snowflake with another score. Snowflake now up 14-6. Oh, they're in the second quarter now. Give that an update as well. River Valley Christian now tied 14-14. They're also in the second quarter of play. Round Valley 44 seconds shy of being in that quarter as well. And Sabino ALA Gilbert, we unfortunately are not getting any updates on. We may just pull that from our list because I'm not seeing any updates for that.
Round Valley taking an extended huddle, trying to, I'm sure, rally the troops a little bit.
Rivera deep to receive. Man, who else is in the backfield there, Dan? I'm missing it. I think that's number 2.
That's number 3. I think that's Brown back there with Rivera. And they're not, Seth isn't in there. Trying to see who's in the middle.
All right, back to it as we finish up the White Mountain Off-Road first quarter of play. Rowdy Rivera picks it up on the 30-yard line. He's going to get to about the 32 or so, I think, before they push him back.
Yeah, they're spotting it at the 32.
Rivera received that kick and was tackled by number 55, Lorenzo Duran.
Yeah, so Round Valley will be starting 1st and 10 on their own 32. 42 seconds left in the first quarter.
And what a first quarter it has been.
Yeah. So there's 2 receivers split out to the far side, 1 to the near side with Riker and Wiltbank in the shotgun.
So looking at the stats just a little bit, the Napa Auto Parts stats, trying to see what the numbers are as Riker Marble gets to about the 39-yard line or so. Trying to really take a peek at what speaks to the first half, and really the penalties are the things that jump out to me, Dan, the most.
Yeah. Well, the penalties are huge. And
it's definitely the biggest game changer, right, of what's been going on in the first quarter has been the amount of penalties both sides.
well, and the other thing to talk about, although we don't have any stats on it, is time of possession definitely tips into the favor of Yuma Catholic.
Well, we're looking at, what, 3 first downs for Round Valley possibly?
I think so. Shamrocks with a forefront. Riker Marble from the shotgun. That's going to expire the first quarter, guys. As we wrap up the fourth quarter of play, your Round Valley Elks trailing 28-0 here in Yuma. We're going to get things reset, get things changed, get things ready for the second quarter of play. So, Ethan, are you seeing anything different? Looking at the Napa Auto Parts stats, really what speaks to me is the penalties, wanting to show some other things, and really that's the biggest telling tale for me of what's been going on in the first quarter.
Well, the penalties have made it really difficult for any momentum to start getting built, to start getting a feel for the game and start getting into it. And a lot of personnel changes for the Elks this week, a lot of different looks. Now, is that injury? Is that what we think is going to give us the best edge? I'm not sure. But
we talked about this a lot last year, especially about later into the season, how injuries are going to affect and impact the Elks later on. And here we're seeing that. We've got Jovan Ortiz, we've got Keanu Clark, we've got a number of players that really helped shape the season that are unable to be on the field with the Elks right now, and I think that that is showing a little bit as well.
Absolutely.
Where we're at now.
Well, when you lose, I mean, losing Ortiz and Clark, those are two key players. And they were not only playmakers, but they were also dynamic leaders on the field. And when you lose people like that, it hurts.
Riker Marble, he's bobbing, he's weaving. Riker's going to gain a couple on the play. It looks like it's going to be about, we're losing a few on the play. It's going to be third and about 7.
I think that's going to be a loss of 4.
Yep, I would agree. My brain was in first quarter mode, I think. But we are not. We are in the Woodland Building Center, second quarter of play here in Yuma.
35-yard line of the Elks. Third down and about 7, looks like.
So there's going to be 2 receivers split out to the near side. It looks like they're in bunch on the far side. Or not bunch, no, they got Trace and Merrill in there.
Marble with a high snap, gets it to Seth Wiltbank. Seth Wiltbank finds some room. He gets it back to where we were. It's going to be 4th and 2 for the Elks.
Yeah, progress is going to take him all the way to the 40. And then, then there's the rest of it.
So, Dan, 4th and 2. We're on the 40 with where the Elks are at right now from a scoring perspective. Do you go for it, or do you see the Elks lining up in special teams to a punt? It's a close call being this close to midfield for the Elks.
Well, the problem is you're on your own 40. It looks like Elks are going to go for it.
Trying to let you guys see Seth Wiltbank's run right here.
So we going for the hard count?
That would be the first thing, right? You'd go for the hard count. Does not. Seth Wiltbank pushes. I think from my side, he looks a little short. The line judge on the other side showing him close.
Head linesman down here is backing it up. He's going to be.
I think they're
short.
Short. Shamrocks ball.
Yuma Catholic takes over on the 41-yard line. First and 10, YC. Cheerleaders down there.
The push looked like it got a little further than what they spotted it, but I couldn't tell which jersey had the ball. So
I think he was short of the first down. That there was a lot of momentum moving that way, but Wiltbank came our way pretty laterally and not upfield in that last yard push. And so I think it's a fair call, but it may have been a little bit closer than where it got marked. 3, the intended receiver, stopped up by number 3. A little 3-on-3 action. Austin Rush and Brett Elmer.
Stockton Brown.
Oh, wait, who? Wait, Brett Stockton Elmer Brown?
Yeah. Brett Jordan, Stockton Brown. 23 and 3. Yeah. Now you're starting to remind me of somebody I know.
There's like a theme going on there. It was fun. I looked down at the Elmers when we were at home and looking at Charlotte and Paxton. When I start saying Grandpa's name, they just laugh and start looking at me. Stallworth the pass. We got a screen to the right side. Flag on the play. He's going to jump, number 22. He's still in the air, though. Rowdy Rivera trying to get him. We got a spin move. He's still moving. 3 Elks giving him a hug, and is he going to plow into the end zone? He's going to be shy.
He's down to the 1.
But what's our penalty on the 31-yard line, Dan? Is this a holding situation, or what do we got?
I don't know. There was all kinds of traffic.
It looked like potentially an offensive lineman downfield, because by the time he got the screen pass off, I think he might have been over the line of scrimmage.
Holding
I'm not
against
sure.
no holding against Round Valley. Defensive holding.
It was interesting because of where the flag was thrown.
And, you know, hats off to Cisco for getting all the way down there to make that tackle.
Ball will be placed on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, sorry, I was.
That's okay.
And Dylan Black wins the ball carrier.
So just short of the touchdown, the Shamrocks will be on the Elks' 1 yard line as the defense gets into in zone coverage.
Yeah, how do you defensively hold on a screen pass, Dan? Because it's not a forward pass. It's technically a run play, correct?
I don't know unless the defensive back
'Cause if
held
he's
one
if
of the
they're
receivers.
calling him a receiver and he's got linemen 8 yards downfield. So, I mean, something is not copacetic in my mind.
Well, like you brought up the line of scrimmage, factors in to how that looks was the pass across the line of scrimmage. Where was the screen pass?
If it's
caught?
if it's outside the expanded neutral zone, then those guys are.
Number 3 with the reception, Austin Rush.
Three got it off to Rush for a touchdown.
Guys, I don't know. I literally don't know.
34.
Less than 10 minutes here in the first half. The Shamrocks with another 6 on the board. You can definitely see a little more laid back Shamrocks offense right now. They're having a good time is all I want to say right now, and hopefully the Elks will take advantage of some of that.
Indeed.
Round Valley Patriots PAT right now. Go check them out. They're on target if you want to get your airsoft on. They've got a range there right by the Dairy Queen
Oh,
in Eager.
And
That one wasn't on target.
Brett Jordan
34.
got in their face somehow, and that guy shanked it hard to the left.
So, guys,
I
we
mean-
are 9:59 left in the half as your Round Valley Elks trail by 34 here in Yuma. So, Payson and Yuma and us all with the same fight song at least, right? This year, I
Yeah.
know it's not the first time that I've said we're sharing fight songs.
Who else? I think the Dust Devils also have our fight song too, don't they?
Everybody likes Notre Dame.
Yeah.
You know, do you like sweet treats, Ethan? Because Lynn's got some sweet treats.
oh, I love them.
LynnSweetTreats.com. She got holiday treats like caramel apples, hot cocoa bombs, and glitter bombs. Your round candy gift baskets for graduation, other special events. Cotton candy. Give Stacy or Brianna a call for all your sweet treat needs. Lynn's Sweet Treats.
I need to give them a call. I like to give gift baskets out to like the recorder's office.
There you go, there you go.
People I interact with.
Make it easy, right?
Absolutely.
Let them put you some baskets together. You can run them by and get her done. Lynn's Sweet Treats.com. Guys, we're back to the action here in the Woodland Building Center second quarter play. Does anybody else think that Ozzy Osbourne is saying volleyball?
No.
No, just me?
Just-
Volleyball. Ooh, I was worried he wasn't going to retain possession there. I felt like he bobbled it just a bit.
Kyle Clark getting hit hard
Was in on that tackle.
on about a 4-yard
The Elks
return.
will Take over 1st and 10 on their 37-yard line.
See if we can't give you a replay here before the Elks take the ball offensively. Kick to the right side for the Shamrocks. Picked up by Clark, gets a couple yards on the play. Elks offense right now, you see the line right now calling things out, trying to get organized. Riker Marble from the shotgun. Seth Wiltbank gets it on the right side. He's still moving. Did the ball come loose there,
Ball
Dan?
came out, but he fell right back on it.
Yeah.
It must have been the headset because I didn't hear a whistle at all.
No. There was no whistle.
That's why I didn't hear it. Okay,
Number 23, Jared Marquez, was in on that tackle.
good for about 4 yards. Second down.
The Elks are second and about 8. Ball's on the 41-yard line of the Elks.
I think we're a little better than 2nd and 8. I think it's about 2nd and 6. That's all right. I have to double check because my perspective sometimes, like my perception of where we're at in the ball's place, not going to say I'm the most accurate.
So who's doing the commentary down there? Is it Darby O'Gillis?
Hey, you know, it sounds something like it. Riker Marble with the keeper for about a yard on the play, 3rd and 5.
How's that for an obscure Disney reference?
Who hasn't? When's the last time you saw that movie?
It's been many years, my friend.
I know Ethan is doing everything he can right now not to start speaking with an Irish accent. I think we might have got it out of our system before the live stream got started, so we'll let that ride.
Yeah.
I was about to say the vote was we considered it might be potentially insensitive.
Shenanigans, we'll say. 3rd and 5. Riker Marble from the shotgun. Are we going to see a pitch? We are going to see a pitch. Unfortunately, a little bit of momentum stutter there as the pitch got to Seth Wiltbank. Seth Wiltbank unable to push up. It's going to be a loss of about 3 yards on the play, 4th down. So here we are again, Dan, but it's the other way around. It's 4th and about 8. I see the Elks punting in this situation.
Yeah, they got to get the ball out of there. They got to give their defense some room to work.
So with 8:03 left in the Woodland Building Center second quarter of play, the Elks in punt formation. And I apologize looking for the Shamrock, but I can't see his number because he's right in line with us. They're going to let it roll, and it's going to go out of bounds on about the 28-yard line.
That's a nice punt by Marble.
It was.
Almost a 50-yarder.
Solid lateral bounce.
Yeah.
You know, not back in our favor, or not back in their favor. You know what Camden will bring out for you, Dan, is some rock if you need it. I know he's taking care of you and me, McCall Hauling and Dirt Works. He brought us a load of rock, got things lined out for when it got wet in the summer, and I appreciate it. I almost need to get things moved around a little bit and get another one out to our front yard. You said you had a little more brought out.
Yeah, I had to have him come in because of all the work they've been doing on Butler. It just created a mud hole in front of the house.
They do septic tanks. They do lots of different things, not just dirt work. So give the McCalls a call. And McCall Hauling and Dirt Works. They're also on Facebook. 23's bobbing and weaving and working, and we're going for a shoestring tackle that doesn't make it happen. 23 is going to get tackled on
horseshoe
15.
collar tackle.
And
Of course he
Ziegler's going to get called for a horse collar.
So, Ethan, I need to know if it was a horseshoe collar because we're playing an Irish team.
You just said shoestring, and I was going for horse collar, and I conflated the two.
The Shamrocks, they have horseshoe collars. It's okay. That's it.
You're right. I shouldn't talk anymore.
Waiting to hear from the officials. So I had again. We apologize for the buzz that we're not able to isolate out. Maybe if I take my shoes off and I lick the connector. Oh, there's a flag on the far side on the 31-yard line. I didn't see that one. Here we go.
Personal foul, horse collar, 44 white defense. Second foul on a play is blocking the back. Offense number 10. That penalty's offset. Replay it down.
So
no,
we
that's not what happened, but we'll go with that. That was a horse collar on number 12 on the defense, and the block in the back was on 44 in the middle of the field. So, but that's okay.
Well, and they said that it was out of bounds as well, right? The second play out of bound. Did I hear that correctly?
No.
I didn't hear it correctly. Okay, that's all right.
Good news is that they're not down there 1st and goal.
That's true.
So
Because horseshoes were involved. I'm pretty sure that's why.
yeah, so they come back to the original line of scrimmage on the offsetting penalties. It nullifies that entire run.
So with the footwork that we saw the Shamrocks doing right there, Round Valley going for the shoe tackles instead of getting square and blocking or trying to tackle up top. And I see that. Oh, see another flag on the play.
Now, it is a little interesting on the screen pass when you get 2 yards on the expanded neutral zone. And I know we've had some discussion about this, but 56 was 10 yards down the field, so I'm not sure that he was within that.
Holding. Offense number 13.
Okay, well.
Offensive holding. So I did hear as we were discussing that factoring into that as well is if the pass does not pass the line of scrimmage.
Number 13, the 10-yard spot foul, replayed down.
So that's not 2 holdings by number 13, correct?
No.
Which can happen, by the way. You can have a lineman hold in the backfield and then go upfield and hold again. It can happen. I definitely wasn't fast enough as a lineman to be that person, because that means you have to be in 2 parts of the play situation. But
Well, I'm sure if it can happen this
it might tonight.
yes, this crew will be able to see it.
I was going to say something about Lucky Stars, but I won't.
They're magically delicious.
1st and 15. Number 3 pumping his feet, trying to get some extra yards on the play. It's going to get about 6 yards. 2nd and 9.
And that's Jordan with the tackle again.
Williams.
All right, so Shamrocks are, second down from their own 30? About 2nd and 8, I guess? Is that what we're looking at?
2nd and 8. That's what I'm seeing.
Oh,
Pass is caught. Pressure by 22 for the Elks.
yeah, Morales.
Good snag, though, by the Shamrocks. Going to be close to a 1st down. I haven't seen him wave him on yet. I think it's going to be a little.
Nope.
Oh, I thought it was a little shy.
Catholic Shamrock, first down.
Clock continuing to run. We're at 6:20 in the 2nd quarter, and it seems like we should be in like the 3rd quarter.
Flags will do that to you as well. Stop the clock, slow things down. We've had a lot of that happening. Quarterback's going to hold on to it, finds himself some room in the middle. Juke move by number 3. Now cutting to the right. Brought down by number 4 for the Elks. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Shamrocks on the Elk 21-yard line.
Austin Rush was the ball carrier. Tackled on the
Yeah, Riley Harlan stepping up and making that tackle. Not sure.
the Yuma Catholic Shamrock, first
Not sure where Rivera was on that. Looks like he might have got cut up in traffic or something. Yuma Catholic dropping back to pass under pressure. He's airing it out for the end zone.
Way long. 13 about 3 steps behind. 5:40 left in the half.
Now, is it wrong that I saw a flashy yellow and instantly started looking for a flag?
No, it's not. I mean, that's what happens. You get a little eye twitchy, right?
Unfortunately, I'm seeing
ball was intended for Luke.
slight limp from Morgan Arona returning back to the his side of the line of scrimmage. I hope he's just a little sore and he's going to be all right. We sure need him out there in the middle.
Score update, Thatcher 6, Snowflake 28 at halftime. Valley Christian with another score over River Valley, 21-14, also in halftime.
Number 3, Austin Rush.
More 3-on-3 action.
Almost up to the goal
3
line.
tackling 3 down at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, so I just dissected what they're doing on that screen.
Ball is placed on
They're
the
taking the
5-yard
backside receivers and they're bringing them across to start blocking downfield on linebackers. So when it looks like the linemen are too far downfield, they're really not. The backside receivers are the ones coming across, making those blocks and picking that up. And then they hit to the hot route guy right here on this side.
Dan doing a little bit of mental White Mountain Regional Medical Center replays in his head, getting that figured out. 4 looking to the left side.
Nope, it
Incomplete.
bounced.
It's going to say it hit the ground.
And, yeah, the Yuma Catholic faithful over there in the end
One-
zone are really wanting that.
One fan putting his hands in the air like you just don't care. But what an effective move by the quarterback and the receiver there, pushing hard to the right. And at the last minute when the ball's thrown, digs to the left hard, out of the way of the defender.
Yep.
And it's worked a couple times for him. That's not the first time we've seen Yuma Catholic do that tonight.
No, the Yuma Catholic receivers are really breaking hard on their routes, and it's kind of got our defensive back stymied a little bit.
See if we can watch the replay real quick. Here it is. Looking to the left side.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, out of the shot of the cameraman. Apologize for that. Quarterback looking now to the right side this time.
And Rivera in his
Good
face.
defense. Good defense by Rowdy Rivera.
Yeah, Rivera got his hands up the same time he did and was able to knock the ball away without drawing the PI. So great defensive play by Rivera there.
I didn't see Rowdy looking back towards the quarterback. I think he was reading the receiver completely when he put his hands up, right?
He was. He put his hands up the same time the receiver did and got in his way. And that, you know, that's how he needs to play that. Play the man and don't worry about the ball.
3rd and goal from the 6. Line back up again. Quarterback looking. Pressure.
Pressure by Jordan and
nobody around number 6.
And touchdown, Yuma Catholic.
Justin Erath Jr. for the Shamrocks with a touchdown. With 5:12 left in the half, makes things 40-0 here in Yuma.
Little surprised they're not going for 2.
The 42-point mercy rule doesn't take into effect until the second half, correct?
No.
So either way, another touchdown, another point,
It'll
and then
be
there's
a
some
running-
kind of a score.
Yeah, it'll be a running clock. So once we hit 42, it'll be a running clock till the end of the half, and then it starts up immediately again in the second half.
I don't think it takes effect until the 3rd quarter. I thought it didn't start.
No, it starts as soon as the deficit's 42 points. Or it used to be, unless they changed it.
I thought halftime factored into when the mercy rule went into effect. Here we are at Yuma, 5:12 left in the half. Some love and some thanks to Pioneer Title Agency. They take an approach that's professional but not stuffy. Carly and her staff, I will completely agree, are fun to work with. They make things like titling easy to handle. Using Pioneer Title Agency opens up new doors to success and friendship. And Ethan, am I right? They do notary service as well at
do.
Pioneer Title in the Springerville.
That's where I send people whenever they ask me.
Go see Pioneer Title to get that notary work done. I'm always seeing people on Facebook posting needing one right away. I even had somebody, I hadn't seen this before, ask if they had a mobile notary service, if somebody could come, if somebody'd come to them. Oh, we have Sabino scores finally. I may have to go update that. I had just deleted them from the text. I'll do that probably at halftime, unless we have another break in the action. 5:12 left in the Woodland Building Center, 2nd quarter. You tell me Ozzie isn't saying volleyball.
No, he's saying all aboard.
He's saying volleyball.
Crazy train. He's saying all aboard. Come on.
Sure, in some language.
Picked up 31-yard line. Ooh, danger, danger.
And the Elks are going to take over 1st and 10 from the
33-yard line.
33rd yard.
I'm trying to remember, when was the last time we played Yuma Catholic?
Was it the state game?
No.
We played them in the regular or the postseason between now and the last time we played them at state a long time ago?
I
And
think
like
it
5
was,
years ago?
I think it was in 2019, but I think it was in Phoenix, so it might have been the round. It might have been the semis.
2019, we would have beat them because we won the state championship in 19.
Right. And that might be a factor in this.
Riker Marble from the shotgun gives it to Wiltbank. Wiltbank's going to stumble backwards to about the 39-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play.
Ball carrier tackled on the 39-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 5.
Was that Marble or?
He handed off to Wiltbank.
Yes. So, I don't know. Just from what I'm seeing, posture, the reduced reps on defense, and a few little things I've noticed, I'm wondering if Seth isn't nursing an arm injury.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Seth getting the first down, blowing right over the top of Garcia.
Flag on. And that was a hard thrown late flag there at the very end at the whistle being blown. We'll hear from the official here in just a second. Again, we got some buzz for you as you get to hear the lovely effects of electricity. So we do have a score, second corner.
Personal foul, helmet-to-helmet contact, number 5 defense, 15 yards added to the end of the run. First down.
4:19 left in the half. Personal foul penalty against the Shamrocks moves the ball 15 yards in to Shamrock territory. The Elks now have it on the Shamrock 40-yard line.
Now, I will say this for the Shamrocks. They don't mess around with the little penalties. They go straight for the big ones.
Riker Marble hands off to Wiltbank. Wiltbank pushes hard up the middle. He's going to get to about the 33, 32-yard line. Gain of, I want to say 6 or 7 on the play.
Seth Wiltbank with the ball carrier.
Looks about a gain about 7. 2nd and 3 as the clock runs under 4 minutes here in the Woodland Building Center, second quarter of play.
Second and 4.
Wiltbank already with a lot of carries on there. Dan, how many do we have? He's already passed a dozen, correct?
We're looking at 15.
Here's another one. Seth Wiltbank trying to get upfield. Flag on the play.
Yeah, that's in the territory of holding.
Another flag on the play.
Possibly pancake. Let me turn that up.
Holding, offense number 56.
Pancake was on the ground with his defender, so I thought that may have been where the call came from. We're going to scoot things back. We'll get second down again.
I'm really surprised. I'm looking at the penalties, and with the exception of 3, they're all 15-yarders.
Big. It's been big moves.
Everything they've done has been, at both sides. Riker is going to keep it.
Riker gets the momentum back, gets to the 35, almost 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, that's a nice, almost a 10-yard carry for Marble.
All right, real quick look at the Napa Auto Parts stats so you can see what Dan's talking about. We have 1 5-yard penalty that the Shamrocks incurred. Other than that, almost all penalties, 15-yard penalties, putting us at 175 total penalty yards so far over the course of a dozen penalties. Marble from the shotgun with Wiltbank. Wiltbank, I believe, does have the ball to the right side. First down and then some. Here goes Seth Wiltbank, first down. The clock's going to stop at 2:31 as we move the ball to move the chains and get things started. Again, 2:31 now. Dan, from a stats perspective, is this the far that we've seen the Elks progress offensively up to this point in the ballgame?
Yes, it is. And what we're seeing, I think what we're seeing is the guys are starting to get some momentum and some confidence.
Okay.
But I think there's also some personnel changes on the defensive side of the ball as well.
I would agree. I think that's the first time we've seen Seth Wiltbank be able to turn things up a little bit, right? You see that next level of momentum that Wiltbank gets, and I think we got to see that for the first time right there. We don't see it here. He gets stopped up, gain of probably about a yard on the play, second down as we're about to 2 minutes right now. 2 minutes on the clock in your Woodland Building Center second quarter. We're almost to halftime, ladies and gentlemen.
Clock continues to run. We're inside it. 2 minutes, and this first half has just felt like a lifetime right now.
I feel like there's been a better flow in the second quarter. I think the penalties have calmed down a little bit in the second quarter. We're not seeing a lot of timeouts. The Elks still have 2 timeouts, correct?
Right. And, I think the referees are trying to make a point to these guys. Hey, settle down and play ball. Nice catch.
Catch is caught before the catch is caught. Pass is received on the 17-yard line before out of bounds. Sorry, I was excited that we came up with it.
By Pena.
Number 44, Nico Pena.
Second and about 3 or 4.
Yes, sir.
Clock's going to stop because the runner goes out of bounds. The receiver goes out of bounds, so 1:28 on the clock.
So Nico with the reception.
Second and 4 on the 17-yard line. Only 1 timeout been called. whistle called before the play. Timeout around Valley, I think, is what's going down.
Yep, timeout Round Valley. I'm sure they saw something that they wanted to talk about.
And now's the time to take it. We got under a minute and a half. The Elks really needing to get some points on the board here before going to halftime. Again, staying outside that mercy rule barrier, getting a touchdown on the board would help them start the second half. The Elks did receive. They won the toss, took the ball, so the Elks will be defending after we get things back going again in the third quarter play.
That's the way I understand it. We weren't looped in with the referee yet, so based on the way they lined everybody up and what the signals were, that's the way I called it. So we'll see.
We'll see how things shake down. I want to say that is what I heard the local announcer stating. Minute 27 left in the Woodland Building Center second quarter. Guys, it's time to get those chimneys cleaned and get things ready for winter. Woodland has what you need when it comes to your wood hauling situations. Riker Marble, receiver in the end zone. There's a flag on the play. I think we may see a PI call there, Dan, or what are you thinking?
Yes, but the way things are going tonight, I'm guessing who it's going to be on.
Yeah, be careful.
So
here's a little snap, crackle, pop for you, so we wait to hear from the White Hat.
Pass interference, defense number 7, half the distance.
That'll be a first down.
that will be a first down.
First and goal, the first and goal for the Elks, am I right, Dan, in this half?
And congratulations, Yuma Catholic just broke 100 penalty yards.
100 yards in penalties. How many total penalties for them?
105.
No, number of penalties, though.
Oh.
9, 8? So it's 6 to 8, right? Yeah, 8 penalties. 14 total penalties. Elks lined up on the left side. Wiltbank with it. Wiltbank is found by number 11. Gain of just a bit on the play, second and goal. Clock running at 1:13 left on the clock.
Yeah, now I will say this about Yuma Catholic. Those guys, their backer core is very disciplined in the way they treat Seth and the way they're handling his runs.
Nico Pena coming off the field. Brown out on the right side, Rivera on the left. Seth Wiltbank back with Riker Marble. 50 seconds on the clock. Hard motion by Brown. Wiltbank cuts. Wiltbank gets caught up again, though. I think we're going to see a timeout possibly called right here with the Elks' final timeout. 34 seconds, clock runs. 33 seconds, clock stop with some whistles. Timeout, Round Valley. Oh, here, yeah, we went to cut to that. There we go. So 190 total yards over 14 penalties. We're getting ready to go into halftime. Just shy of 200 yards in penalties total.
Beat the crowd. Get over to that snack bar. Get those burritos for $4 and pizza for $4. All the drinks are $2.
Lots of love to Round Valley Tiny Village. If you've got families coming into town, they need somewhere to stay. Right there in Eager between Sonic, the doctor's office, Dollar General, right in that area. Give the Williams and Teisling families a call. Get yourself a mini house reserved. They've got 4 units. Nice little situation. They've got some covering, some porch areas, some barbecuing. Round Valley Tiny Village. I know you can find them on Facebook.
So I know people in the past have teased Round Valley for having such a large coaching staff, but they've definitely been beat by Yuma Catholic. I count 18 coaches on the sidelines.
It's a lot of polos.
Yeah.
33 seconds. So if Round Valley, we got a reverse. Rowdy Rivera's got one to, pass. Yes, on his knees in the end zone, ladies and gentlemen.
Rivera to Brown
After the reverse. So 4 people touched the ball, and we want to show you, if we can, before the PAT, the instant replay. I may scrub back the live stream just so you can see that play again, but we're going to go from a Trail Riders touchdown to a Round Valley Patriots PAT right now. Kevin Flores on the field for the first time tonight.
Yeah.
attempt the extra
Amazing,
point.
isn't it?
Kicks up for Flores. It's a low kick, and it's good, though, with 26 seconds left in the half. Your Round Valley on the board,
Shamrocks
41
Elks
to 7.
Well, and that, I mean, you need that. Psychologically, you need that.
And now we need the Elks defense to get in there, shut it down, and go into the half with this score right now. We've seen some explosive running by 3, number 23, a number of the players on the Shamrocks. The Round Valley defense needs to shut down the next couple plays with 26 on the clock and go into half looking like this.
Yes, absolutely. And I wouldn't, some coaches would argue, you know, now's a great time for an onside kick, get the ball back and try to pop it in one more time. Given the way this game has gone, I would kick it deep and let them take the knee and go into halftime and make the adjustments that need to be made.
Do you see the Shamrocks doing that if they get it deep? Do you see them going into
I don't know. They
formation and
might,
kneeing it?
you know, they might want to take a shot at the end zone, but I look for them to take the knee. I doubt that they'll do that. But, you know, I've been wrong before, so.
Once or twice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember, though. I can ask Lisa, though, if you'd like.
No, she'll be more than happy to tell you about all the times I've been wrong, even when I wasn't.
Flores is going to boot it. It's going to get picked up on – it's going to bounce on the 15. Shamrocks are off to the races. Nice snag there, though.
Brought down by
Nico?
I'm looking. Is that Trayson Merrill? He's
I
tall.
it is.
I thought I saw 4 involved.
No, that's Merrill, number
That's
10.
Trayson.
Yeah, Merrill.
Too tall to be pretty much anybody else on the team. That's why I was pretty
That is
confident.
Also true.
I was just waiting for him to turn a little bit.
22-yard line, 1st and 10 with
4 seconds expire in that play, so 22 seconds. Shamrocks have the ball on their own 23-yard line.
Yep. They have to snap it to start the clock, so.
We got time for a couple plays. We see the Shamrocks in the shotgun position. 1 receiver in the backfield, 2 receivers on each side, and the clock runs.
With time, the
Penalty
flag
on the
coming.
play.
Yep.
So pretty much the majority of the first half, we've seen Stallworth with the time that he needs to make the passes that he's been making all night. Is the offensive line just being able to control their side of the ball?
They're giving him a lot of time.
24.
Holding. Defensive holding on Rivera.
24, yep. Sorry, I got it turned up a little too late. There we go.
Holding. Defense, number 24, White. That penalty is declined. Timeout. Yuma Catholic.
So 15 seconds on the clock. Yuma is going to hit the pause button, Dan, so not going in to take a knee and to shut her down. I think they're looking to answer one more time before half.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Wes. I'm thinking what they want to do is run another play, maybe get some work in, not necessarily be real quick to head to the locker room. I don't know that they're looking for a score, but I think they're wanting to keep their offense on the field, perhaps in preparation of next week. Might be a little forward thinking because there's still an entire half of football left, but
A lot of football left to play. So, Dan, I just saw your logo across the screen right there, and it made me think of one of the things we were talking about because you were analyzing some drone footage and getting some mapping done. And so if you need to have something looked at just a little bit different on your property or a property that you're looking to purchase, talk to Mr. Dan Muth. He's got drone capabilities that help provide what service, Dan?
I use the drone for aerial mapping, so I do topographic mapping.
There we go. So if you need some topographical mapping of your area. So that actually didn't work in the favor of the Shamrocks for what they were hoping, I think. I think they were hoping to cause some misdirection and get a little farther down the field. It actually was a loss of yardage for them to do that pitch back to number 10. A little bit of fanciness. 8 seconds on the clock, and we're going to go to another timeout.
Yeah, that would have been a good one to jump and run back for a touchdown just to show them that we're not exactly enjoying
The score right now?
what they're doing.
Yeah. So, like we were talking about, Dan, really quick, if you're going to purchase a property or you need to get a look on where you want to put things on your property, Dan has the ability to lay some markers down, fly his drone, and map out a property to give you a better perspective, look, and feel of what you're able to do or how you want to do it.
So what it does is it creates a point cloud of the ground, and it's on the same coordinate system that I do the boundary survey on. So I put all that together and then bundle it up, and usually the best application for it are architects for doing, because we're getting a lot of properties bought on these hilltops around Nutrioso, and they want layouts that give them maximum views and all these different things. So they need to know where those hilltops are, and then they put that in Google Earth and compare it to like where Escadilla is.
Well, and then
where
you can
Gobbler is.
Then you can do 3D modeling, and they can put the house on the property and let the people see what it might look like. We got a pass to the middle, number 3 with it. He's going to come down. 3 seconds on the clock. Do they have one? They do have one more timeout.
Yep.
And they're going to take it.
So yeah.
Shamrocks pushing forward for another first down. They're going to be on the Elks' 28-yard line with 3 seconds left. One more play is what we're going to see for the Shamrocks as they lead by 34. So lots of potential uses, Dan, for what you're saying for this topographical survey, leveraging also GPS data with coordinates, so you can say, if I want to put my house here so the sunset looks pretty. I mean, there's tons of things that you can actually do with it.
Well, by georeferencing all the data, what I can do is I can take it and then make it to where you can bring it into, say, Google Maps.
Yeah.
Or some other type of, Bing or whatever other, online generic type mapping service you have, and then you can see the layout of your property in relation to everything else around it.
Nice. Three seconds on the clock. Woodland Building Center, second quarter of play. This will be the last play. Time has expired. Pass is up in the air to number 10. Will result in a Shamrock touchdown. We'll have an untimed PAT, and we will go in.
There's a flag on the far side of the field.
Oh, I didn't see that till just now. You're correct, Ethan, on about the 23-yard line. We're going to turn that mic up and hear what the call is. Good catch, because I did not see it. Again, sorry for that super fun noise that we got, but we're trying to make sure that you can hear what we're hearing from the officials. While we're waiting for that, Snowflake with another score in their third quarter, it looks like. They lead Thatcher 34-6.
So it's definitely on Yuma Catholic because they're just asking Round Valley coach if he wants the penalty.
Taking the penalty would...
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. Offense, number 54. That was after the score had been scored. It will be assessed on the exceeding spot, which is the kickoff after half.
So the touchdown stands. So, Dan, here comes back to the question, are we going to see a 2-point conversion with a 40-point ball game?
No, they're going to kick the PAT. I would love to be in on that conversation going on between the Yuma Catholic coach and the referee. I have no idea what he would have to complain about at this point.
That was going to be my question, is what are they talking about right now?
I have no idea.
So what hopefully nobody forgets, because it's not going to be for about 20 minutes or so, but we will see. So personal fouls at 15 yards, Dan. We'll see it. We'll see the kickoff 15 yards back farther than where it should have been.
Yeah, well, it was a dead ball unsportsmanlike because it was post score. So, but yes, they'll back it up. So instead of kicking from the 40, they'll actually kick from the 25.
25.
Yeah.
And if you kick it out of bounds from there, you still goes to 35. So.
Yeah.
So it behooves them just to put it out of bounds.
Yep.
Guys, it's halftime here in Yuma. The Yuma Catholic Shamrocks leading the Round Valley Elks 48-7 as we enter halftime. The Elks heading off the field. The Yuma Catholic Shamrocks doing the same with, I don't know why I was using a bird term, but I was going to say, and the gaggle of coaching staff that Ethan pointed out a little bit early, but a large cohort of coaching staff for Yuma Catholic as they leave the field as we start the LeSueur Advanced Automotive halftime coverage here in Yuma. Give us just a second to reset for our halftime shenanigans. We'll be right back here on Let's Go Elks.
Did you guys just see what I just saw?
What'd you see, Dan?
So look at the head coach for Yuma Catholic as they're heading to the locker room. He keeps jerking his arm away from his assistant coach. He literally walked over to the referee's little huddle and was jawing at him. They gave him the dismissive get out of our face.
Go to halftime, yeah.
His assistant coach comes over, grabs him, escorts him off the field, and he's still over there throwing some kind of fit.
So, again, but we still have no idea what the conversation was of what he was wanting to know or what they were wanting to talk about. So, obviously, the Yuma Catholic coaching staff not thinking they're getting their point across or not being heard with what they're trying to talk about, but they're headed in.
Well, they've got over 120 yards of penalties, but they're up 48-7. What are they complaining about?
Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick since you are talking numbers, Dan. Right now I see team rushing for the Round Valley Elks at 124. I actually want to hit a refresh on that because I want to make sure that is still the situation that we are seeing. So let me do that live while we're talking about it. Oh, my goodness. Because I want to double check and make sure that it has properly updated. Yeah, 124 yards, 4.13 yards a carry, which is usually a good sign for the Round Valley Elks. Seeing 4 yards a carry should mean first downs. Because if you touch the ball and travel 4 yards, that means you're going to get a first down the next time you move.
Unless you're burdened with 85 yards in penalties.
What? When does that happen?
Yeah. Well, tonight, apparently.
So let's take a look at that really quick because that is the other hot topic. We have eclipsed 200 yards, so 205 yards of penalties over the course of 15 penalties. And Dan, still the first Yuma Catholic penalty of 5 yards. Everything other than that has been 10 or 15, and there's only been 2 10-yard penalties. Everything else has been a 15-yard penalty. We are very close to the 295 yards that we saw in Sholo.
Yeah, and that's disappointing to me because for the referees to be throwing that many flags, that's telling me that there's stuff going on the field that literally shouldn't be going on. I mean, they're not throwing those flags because they want to make the game about them. They're throwing those flags because they are seeing infractions on the field. Now, we might not agree with it, but they're seeing something and they're flagging it. Now, what surprises me is what they're flagging and what those penalties are resulting in. The PIs, the unsportsmanlike calls. I mean, we didn't have – how many unsportsmanlike calls did we get? But we're not getting any announcements that this is number so-and-so's
first of two,
First of two or whatever like we did last week. So –
now, but is that still a hard and fast rule either way? Is that just the referee not using that verbiage? Like, is it two personal fouls and you're out?
Well, I'm beginning to wonder because remember, I haven't had the stripes on in a decade,
okay.
So I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know at this point because I'm wondering, if Yuma Catholic has that many personal foul penalties. Is there a conversation that needs to be had, and are we going to have some ejections in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to come as a shock? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I think at this point they would come as a shock to us, right? If it did occur, we would be just as surprised as everybody else to see them. Dan, I saw that you had some scoring updates, so let's go to that. Let's look at the bracket brought to you by R&R Barbecue right now. Dan, take us around the state. We got 3 other games that we've been following.
So Sabino is down to ALA Gilbert 21-7. They've started the third quarter. River Valley's down 21-14 to Valley Christian. That one actually surprises me. Thatcher down 34-6 to Snowflake.
So the winner of the Sabino ALA Gilbert game plays the winner of this game, and that game will be in the Valley. It might be Campo Verde, it might not be, where the game will be next week, but we're not going to the high seed anymore. Semis and the finals go to a dedicated place, neutral site in the Valley. And so winner of Sabino ALA Gilbert, the winner of this game will play next week together. And then as we look to the other side, you say that River Valley's trailing Valley Christian currently in the third?
Yeah, third quarter they're trailing by a touchdown, but that doesn't necessarily mean doom and gloom. But
Close game.
Yeah, with these 8 teams, I mean the 3A West has definitely showed up in force.
So the winner of that game will play Snowflake Thatcher's winner again in the Valley. They'll be at a neutral site for the semifinals, and Thatcher currently up with a pretty large margin that continues to expand in the second half for them.
Yeah, and the question in my mind looking forward is, so, we won state in 2019, got moved up to 3A. Obviously, we're still getting pretty deep in the playoffs, so I don't see the AIA moving us down for football. I think we're going to end up staying in the 3A for football. But what I'm looking at here is if this plays out the way our bracket, as many of us are thinking, if Snowflake ends up in that state game and they end up taking state for the second consecutive year, are they going to have to move up to 4A and start playing Bradshaw Mountain, Coconino, Prescott? Is that going to happen?
And that's something that we have. It's not the first time that we would have talked about that, right? So we want to cut to this because you guys remember how many times last year this wasn't something that got to happen? Kids playing on the field wasn't something that we got to see. And so I'm sorry, cutting hard away from us talking about the brackets, but this is what it's about. This is what I remember when I was a kid, right, is being able to be on the field, being where the fireworks were being shot, and just having fun. And so pretty cool getting to see a little bit of the action there. We wanted to get to show you Mr. Scott Madrid down there running that camera. So fun stuff as we get to see some of the fans and future players down on the field. But Dan, I think what you're saying a lot about Snowflake makes a lot of sense, because the way that it works for football is it's 50% of the last year and 25% of the second, 25% of the third year back. Those 3 years get considered in any kind of adjustment that you would ask to make. And now, would the AIA propose changes, or do you have to appeal for any kind of change to occur, and then they look at those 3 seasons?
Well, remember they started the policy in 2019 that if you took state, you moved up.
Now, what was that?
But then they backed it off and said no.
3 seasons.
2 seasons.
It's the last 3 seasons. 50% of the last season and 25% of the next 2 subsequent seasons was the last way that I heard the policy looked at. So they look 3 years back. So for us right now, it would be a state title, quarterfinals, and at least quarterfinals in the last 3 seasons for us. So I think what you say is very true. We're in the 3A next year unless something drastic changes.
Yeah.
But I definitely see, do you see a Yuma Catholic moving up? Do you see a Snowflake moving up next year? I think that's a conversation that will happen. I think that's definitely a possibility.
Well, I think there'll be some realignments for sure. I'm looking at the numbers for Snowflake, and even if they're state runner-up, I don't know how they avoid moving up, because that would be in 3 seasons. That takes them from the semifinals to state to
semis again, at least.
Semis are runner-up,
right,
or state.
Well, that's what I'm saying. At least
or another
semis.
State title. So
should they win tonight, they are at least in the semis.
Exactly. So after tonight, presumably, if they beat Thatcher, and I have my own personal preferences of how I want that game to go, but I'd rather keep it on the mountain. Just gonna put it out there.
Yep.
So I'm looking for the Snowflake win,
and rightfully so. It's a tough game. It was in the dome. It wasn't fun to be part of, but Snowflake with some very polished football that happened, and rightfully taking that win with the 2 teams that showed up to play on that Friday.
Yeah,
night.
Snowflake played a legitimate football game, and you cannot take that away from them.
Right.
Our performance wasn't what we thought it would be, but
But to Ethan's point, I like what you said at the end of that game is you take the loss now. You take the loss before the playoffs, because should the Elks turn this around and win and then win again, we find ourselves playing Snowflake very possibly for the state championship, right? And so you want to take the loss in the regular season, not when it counts.
Yeah, that, and statistically that puts the win in our favor because it's hard to beat the same team twice in the same season.
That's it.
So,
Ethan, what have you seen? So Ethan has a couple different angles. We've got some help. We actually have a Yuma Catholic student working for us on a third camera tonight. And so what have you been able to see that we haven't been able to snag on the main camera feed?
Well, so very aggressive team, this Yuma Catholic. They play really hard. They play really physical. And in looking at everything that's going on, the thing I definitely glean about this game is that we're just banged up right now, you know.
And is that just because of last week, or is that compacted over the last 3, 4, 5 weeks of play for the Elks?
It's compacted. I mean, after the last game, I know that I was talking to some of the coaches. You know, Seth was sore, and then he got a little more banged up in practice this week, and now they were so concerned about it. I mean, he's not on the field defensively for us, and we've gone into closer to a nickel type defense.
And we see Riker Marble on the field defensively, which is something like when you're like 28, are you sure? 28 doesn't register for me defensively. What's that about?
Indeed. And so, and trying to move our line around, and I don't know. It's I think they're making the changes they feel they have to make. And, if you look at our bench, who else are you going to call up? It's next man up football, but in a lot of positions there's no one else there.
well, there's people there. The problem is they don't have a lot of varsity time.
And indeed,
So depth is definitely a problem and always has been.
And I mean, if I'm looking at this Yuma Catholic team, I'm looking at their special teams and their JV players they've got on the sidelines, and a lot of them I feel like could be starters at Round Valley. So,
The ability to step up, ability to play at the next level. Had. Wow, that was a lot of H words.
Yeah.
Have had time to play varsity time this season, right? So be able to step into those positions a little bit differently. From a roster perspective, how much deeper is Yuma Catholic's roster compared to ours? Is it sizable? I haven't had a chance to actually run a count and see.
Yes, it's almost 2 to 1.
And that's going to wear. And no matter how you do it, that will wear on you, especially going in to the third and fourth quarter here in the second half. It's going to really factor in when we hit the Molly Butler fourth quarter game tonight.
Well, and let's keep in mind, gentlemen, how this season started. I mean, we started almost a full month behind.
Yep.
Because of all the stuff that was going on early on back in July. So, to go to the quarterfinals with everything that these guys have had to deal with all season long, I for one am just glad to be here, to be honest.
So I think huge props, huge love, not just to the Round Valley administration, but also to the new coaching staff of the Round Valley Elks, making it into the quarterfinals again, being able to get things going and get to where they have. And then most of them are. The Elks getting back to the field right now to get warmed up. We've got 2:40 left on the clock. Another 3 will be thrown on there. So, guys, we're about 5.5 minutes away from football right now. Do us a favor before you go get another thing of popcorn from the living room or from the kitchen and get back to the living room. Rotate that phone. Hit that red subscribe button for us really quick on the YouTube channel. We're growing the herd on YouTube and on Facebook. Give us a follow or a like there. We're on Twitter and Instagram as well. Everything at Let's Go Elks, but we're working to try to grow the herd on our YouTube channel right now. So head over to YouTube, Let's Go Elks, hit that subscribe button. If you want to get a notification when we go live, if you want to be reminded that we are going to go live, you ring that bell and it'll let you know when we're planning on going live as we schedule out streams. And so help us join the herd, or be part of the herd, help us grow the herd, and join that herd at Let's Go Elks. Guys, we got just a few minutes right now. I'm going to take just a second, and we'll be right back with third quarter coverage here in Yuma.
So what do we got? It's some kind of drummer standoff thing going on down there?
Yeah, it was the looks like the band teacher was going back and forth with one of the students. That was entertaining, if nothing else.
Okay, I'll call it. Nothing else. No, this is the 3 minutes. We're there. All right, so that ends the 3-minute warm-up period. Looks like we are about to get started with the third quarter. And I believe that's the Sierra Propane third quarter. Is that right, Ethan?
I believe so.
And we will be
All right, lining up to
Yep.
kick off.
we're actually kicking off from their 45-yard line. So, but we will be on defense to start this half. And it's an onside kick. And he's going to drop and fall on it on the 25?
25.
Yeah, 25-yard line.
So we went from the 25 to the 25 because the kickoff should have happened, right, because of that penalty?
Well, the kickoff was from their own 45. So it was an onside kick to their 25, and now they're going to start 1st and 10 from their own 25.
The 25-yard line.
All right, let's see if a little pep talk at half and some adjustments have made the difference. I see Seth on the field for defense.
Yeah, actually Seth and Marble both back there.
Little shovel forward there.
Yeah,
About 3 yards on the play, second down.
yeah, Merrill and I'm trying to get a number. I think that was Merrill and Arona
Ball was
in
tossed
on the
to number
tackle.
42, Devin Black, and tackled by a bunch of those Elks.
Yeah, 1 or 2 of them anyway.
.13 with the reception, comes around. He's going to get some more yards on the play. Going to get to about the 46-yard line.
And
Flag.
there's a flag, and that's going to be on 58 White.
Number 13, Luke Stallworth, was the receiver of that pass.
Did you turn up Mr. Whitehat? I don't hear the buzzy buzz. There we go.
Personal foul. Blindside block. 58. Defense. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run.
Another one of those all or nothing situations. We got 15 more yards.
Yeah.
That takes our count to 220.
Yay! So the refs are they leading in the yards category, or is Yuma Catholic still got them beat?
Yuma Catholic still hasn't beat, but I haven't been keeping track of Yuma Catholic's yards.
It's going to be YC's 1st and 10.
And you know what? After watching the flag and the penalty, I didn't see who made the tackle. So let us know so I can mark it. I think it was Pena, but I'm not certain.
Nico, I think he got shook on the move and then had help from, I think it was Marble over the top, 28. I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Guys,
Yeah, I feel like that was a long time ago already.
seriously, right? Lull in the action right now. 39 seconds off the clock in the third quarter. Here we are in the Sierra Propane third quarter, so love to Sierra Propane. Guys, they've been serving this community for over 36 years, locally owned and operated. Buying from them, buys new team uniforms, provides scholarships for the town, sponsors activities for the schools, and provides fuel for the hospital and essential city services. A huge thanks to Sierra Propane, serving our communities. 36 years, thank you.
You know, I just realized why the Round Valley coaches were wanting to meet with the umpire. They called block in the back on the defense.
I agreed. I was going to say something, but it hasn't made sense so far.
So why question it now? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just wondering when they're going to have, like pass interference on the quarterback.
Pass out to the left side, number 10, bobbing and weaving. He's going to cut back in.
Oh, Rivera stepping up and making a tackle after being hit in the back several times.
I think he's going to be pushed into a first down there.
I believe so.
Yuma Catholic Shamrock, first down. Ball's on the 26-yard line.
Sorry, guys, just a number of crazy technical stuff going on tonight. We're back. We're trying to get things going. We're trying to help out some of the staff over on the side, too, for part of the Round Valley Elks team. Pass to 13. 13's going to cut up the middle. Nico Pena is going to be the one to finally bring him down.
13, Luke Stallworth with the ball carrier, tackled by number 44, Nico Pena.
Again, Yuma Catholic's offense is just very effective tonight.
Very interesting passing game. One we haven't really come across so far.
No.
No one else has really runs a scheme like this.
And consistently lots of passing, staying in the air. Stalwart rolls back to the right side. Rowdy Rivera causing the pressure. Incomplete pass.
Marquez, incomplete, going to be 2nd and 10.
So I wonder, I'm wondering if COVID plays into this in any way, shape, or form. As far as, California is right next door. El Centro's like 30 minutes away. I'm wondering.
Are you saying COVID transfers, Dan?
I'm wondering. It's just a theory.
Oh,
Ball
ball's
comes
loose,
out.
Ball's loose.
Oh, Mr. Zig. Oh, no, that's Trayson Merrill with the hit.
Richard decided to keep
Knocking
that
the,
ball and
causing the fumble recovery, or the fumble and recovery.
You got to give props, though, to Stallworth, realizing what happened, being able to turn around and getting the ball back, and he had to dive for it to get the ball back as well. Big loss, though.
Third and a mile now.
So we got Trayson Merrill, Brett Jordan, and Brody Ziegler all leading with 3 tackles apiece. The tackles have been pretty evenly distributed.
Rustin, down a little bit.
Here's the pass rush. It's across the middle. And brought down by Brett Jordan, or tripped up by Brett Jordan.
So we'd be looking at about a 36-yard field goal, 36, 37-yard field goal.
And I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to go for it.
Number 2 coming into the game for number 11. Number 12 also coming in for the Shamrocks.
Never mind, on number 12. Oh, he's coming back for the play.
Oh, need the play, coach.
Sure thing. I'll carry that out there for you.
Coming out in bunch on that far side.
Is that misdirection? I think so, because look at him. He's looking to the right side. Nobody around. Couple steps ahead, number 12 was. Shamrocks are going to score.
Yeah, Pena and Wiltbank tried to get back there to him, but they just couldn't make it.
There's no flag on the play.
Hey, I think the announcer feels the same way that we do if you just heard, if you were able to hear that.
Yeah, when you have both coaches upset, the announcer, both crowds, kind of reminds me of a night early in October in a town not so far away.
That sounded like a Star Wars reference. In a town far, far away. 8:44 left in the Sierra Propane third quarter. The Shamrocks PAT is good. Your PATs tonight provided by Round Valley Patriot Range and Recreation located in Eager, Arizona. If you want to go get your airsoft on and go have some fun, Round Valley Patriot Range and Recreation, you can find them on Facebook. Thanks for being part of the Let's Go Elks advertising family. Here as we bring you playoff coverage of the Round Valley Elks in Yuma, Arizona tonight.
So, got some scoring updates for you.
Oh,
River Valley and Valley Christian tied at 21 in the fourth quarter. Snowflake pulling away from Thatcher, 44-6. ALA Gilbert pulling away from Sabino, 35-7.
I'm just checking the quarters on my side to make sure I've got the quarters right. Updating everything on the lower third there so you can keep those scores up to date as you're watching. You know, I will say this is one of the most exciting announcers that I've heard in a while. Can get behind his energy.
Looks like Rivera and Brown are back deep to receive.
Deep being the 25-yard line. Ball's going to get on the 17. Number 2 passes it to Rowdy. Rowdy finds himself some room. He's got to beat the safety. 40, 35. They're going to call it at the 34-yard line.
Well, that'll inject some life, and now we have.
Oh, they just. So the line judge got knocked down, and he's pointing towards the white jersey.
Is it because he missed the stiff arm?
No, it has something to.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Receiving team number 8. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
Morgan Arona being given that penalty. Gave you a little replay action there so you can see it coming back. Shamrocks almost at midfield. They're going to be on their own 49-yard line.
Round Valley.
Sorry, Round Valley on the Shamrocks 49-yard line. Opposite. The officials talking to Cisco, getting things updated in the books.
I'm trying to listen to what's going on over on our sidelines over there. Something. Got coaches throwing their hands and their arms. I don't understand. Oh, now the referee's coming over to explain to the coaching staff what happened.
I'd like to be able to hear a little bit more too so we could kind of get an eye on what was going on. You got to see a little action there on the instant replay. You can scrub back right now if you want and try to take a look at that kickoff again.
I can tell by the body language, whatever the explanation was, it wasn't a good one.
Could we just say not ideal, possibly?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, guys, once again, we want to show some love to R&R Barbecue. They're a catering service in Round Valley, showing you the bracket look tonight as we've talked about the playoffs. If you want to have your wedding, your next event, if you want to have something covered, first place, the People's Choice category at the 2021 Springerville Rib Throwdown, give them a call at 928-245-9505. That's R&R Barbecue Catering, the Round Valley area. Whistle blown, we should be back to the action as the Elks get on the ball on the Shamrock 49-yard line, 8:35 left on the clock. Marble from the shotgun, he's got Seth with him. 2 to the right side. Seth's gonna get the ball. Seth's gonna cut back to the right side, into the middle. He's gonna fall, after about 17 yards.
Yeah, great run by Wiltbank, especially keying off of his blocks and running downhill.
It almost seemed like he was more patient on that run, and it really paid off for him.
I almost thought he was slow. I'm like, what? And it's just patience. I think he might be there.
Well, you don't want to outrun your blockers and then be out there all by yourself until you get clear of the second level. So it's good that he's slowing down a little bit and letting those guys clear a path. Baker driving it down for another
flag on the
8.
play. So, Dan, I think we see Jaden Cisco back at the center position for the Round Valley Elks, so I think that adjustment was changed back. While we wait,
Personal foul, face mask, 23 defense. That penalty will be added to the end of the run.
Another face masking call, 15 yards first down, correct? The way that shakes down.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know why I ask if it's 15 yards because I think almost everything's been 15 yards at this point. But we're going to move the chains for the Elks for a first down. While we do so, we want to let you know that the flower box is here, as always, taking care of the Let's Go Elks family of advertising goodness. Big thanks to Carly and all the cool stuff they got down there, guys. Anytime they got a school dance going on, go see them. They've got corsage and boutonniere bonuses. Guys, it's not just a flower shop, too. Go see the flower box.
Wiltbank gets a block, and he gets into the end zone.
I want to say hands in the air.
Yes.
That's going to be good for a trail rider's touchdown of the end zone. We're going to try to bring back the instant replay for you if we can fit it in just right. Guys, trail riders have sliders right now. They've got s'mores that they'll bring to your table. Love Jody and Melissa and the friendly staff they've got at Trail Riders in Eager. Go check it out. And here we go. Another Round Valley Patriots PAT. Kevin Flores with the kick. Kick is no good. 7:41 left in the third. The Round Valley Elks trail 55-13. Here's your instant replay right now. Seth Wiltbank getting right into the corner on the left side there.
Unfortunately, that does not get us inside the 42 points.
Once the 42 points has been eclipsed, I think the clock runs period, right? No matter of what the score is. We're going to see as the clock starts right now. But again, I might be thinking of how the rule was a few years ago, or how it was in 2A.
Yeah,
We'll see. Once we know when the clock's going, we'll be able to track that and tell you what we're getting going. While we're doing that, guys, we've been standing all night because we got a fence in front of us. I might be giving Mr. Winslow McNeil a call for a slight adjustment when I get back to Round Valley.
Maybe he'll give us a group rate.
Can we just all go in just one at a time? Just bam, 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 bam. But, guys, not just adjustments now. There's massage therapy happening right in there with Winslow's office in Eager. Same office as kind of State Farm, Blue Hills, the dance studio right there. They moved to a new location. But go check out Mr. Winslow McNeil. He when Amanda comes off hitch after she's worked a shift, she will actually do an adjustment massage combo and try to get adjusted and lined out and back the way that it should be. I didn't know who was going to kick the ball. Number 8's going to pick it up, though. Shamrocks are going to get the ball in about the 46-yard line. Ryder Vout, Jr. for the Shamrocks with the ball there.
Yeah, Morgan Arona with the tackle.
Shamrock's going to retain the ball. 7:39 left in the clock in the Sierra Propane. Third quarter of play here in Yuma.
Yeah, it's a running clock.
From what I understand, as soon as we get that 42 points, it rolls.
I need
and
to
it
brush
keeps
up.
rolling. 32 with the run. Nico Pena takes his feet out from under him. It's going to be a first down for the Shamrocks, so we're going to move the ball. Clock will continue to run even with the ball placement. While we do that, we want to let you know about Cattell's Creations. They got custom apparel and gift needs, product, business logos, event promotions, gifts, even more. Get ahead of the holiday rush. Get your wish list knocked out. Contact Brienne. She'll take care of all of your custom order needs. Quick turnaround, amazing prices. KettelsCreations.com. That's Quetels Creations.com.
Devin Black carried that ball up for another 5 yards.
See who was that? That was Merrill. Merrill in on that. Merrill with the tackle and Cisco with the assist.
Second and about 6 for the Shamrocks. 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Way deep, number 4, the quarterback, Stallworth, finds number 3 in the end zone. Diving catch, 6 points.
Stop that pass for Yuma Catholic Shamrock. Touchdown!
You know, I will say I miss the fireworks. It makes me think of my grandpa. When my grandpa was around and we played outside back in the past, he helped the group of individuals that did the fireworks. So shout outs to my grandpa Marlon.
And it's blocked.
PAT's blocked with 6:04 left in the third quarter. Score 61.
Morgan Arona.
Morgan Arona getting his hand up and blocking that kick.
Okay, is it just me, or did all three of us literally just take a mental timeout? Like, all of a sudden I realized, I'm just listening to the fight song play, and I'm like, okay, it's been like 15 or 20 seconds since anybody talked. 6:04 left in the third. Back to the Sierra Propane action. I still think he's saying volleyball. I know he's not. Your eye doesn't have to twitch, Ethan. It's okay.
I think Dan's eye is the one that twitches on that one.
They fake the handoff to Rowdy. Going to get to about 28, 29-yard line. First down for the Elks.
Take over on about the 27, 28-yard line, first and 10.
I believe that's Kyle Clark with that.
Number 2.
This is a solid run.
Yeah, what did he get, about 8 or 10?
Right in there. I want to say it was a little bit more than that, but I can't remember where he picked up that and started the run.
I think he fielded it right around the 20, within a yard or so.
I've told him a couple times.
Marble and Wilbank back in shotgun.
Cisco pointing something out to the line before we get started. Marble's going to hold on to it. He's trying to get around the corner. He's not able to do so. Loss of just a bit. I'm going to say 2 yards, but we'll see where they mark it. Second and about 12. Maybe just a touch more than 12. Pancake coming to the line. Elks offensive line getting set as we have 2 receivers out to the right side, 1 to the left. Wilbank in the backfield with Marble. Marble rolls to the right side. Time that he needs. Throws up, but it's intercepted. Wilbank, the intended receiver, 24 is going to come down with it.
And Brandon Strickland is going to make the tackle. And
24, Tate Ford intercepted that pass.
Going to get himself back to about the Elks' 20-yard line.
Yuma Catholic's going to take over on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Oh, yeah.
First and 10, Shamrocks under center, hand to the second man. Pancake grabs him, flips him, throws him. I don't think there's any gain on the play there.
No. Cisco tackled him and put his head literally into the dirt.
A pancake flipping something else. Isn't that a little bit backwards after I said
I'm
it?
not sure that's how it's supposed to happen.
It did, though. It's the reverse breakfast. Breakfast for dinner. I get behind that right now.
I was about to say, is there a Denny's in town?
I saw a
is it-
Golden Corral.
What is it? Is it the Grand Slam, that like breakfast sandwich that's just nom nom?
Yeah.
Can we stop talking about food? We got to. We still got a whole nother quarter of football. Pitch out to the left side, number 24 with it for the Shamrocks. Morgan Arona tries to get a hand on it. Strickland, too. He's going to get pushed out of bounds.
Number 24 takes
See where the ball gets marked. I think it's going to be just past the marker. It's going to be a first down, 1st and goal. Let's see if they set down the yard markers. They do. 1st and goal for the Shamrocks, 3:18. 3:18 left on the clock for the 9-yard line. .21 now with the ball up the left side. It's going to get to about the 5-yard line, I believe. Yep, about the 5-second goal.
Yeah. Who's in on that?
Flag on the play. He seemed to be close to a lot of Elks.
Oh,
Penalty is against Round Valley.
of course it is.
Dead ball. Personal foul. 21 defense. Half the distance to the goal.
So that's only a 2.5-yard penalty, unfortunately, Dan, not 15.
No, but it's you still count it as 15 because of the
penalty.
penalty. 21.
Earhart, isn't that?
Gannon.
Down
Yeah.
there on the
Gannon.
line.
Guys, to my count, that puts us at 19 total penalties. 265 is the total yards as we're still in the Sierra Propane third quarter here in Yuma.
We're going to end up breaking it.
Under center, I formation to the second man. And was that Morgan Arona that was the first one grabbing right there?
Yep. And there's another
Another
15-yarder.
Half the distance to the goal.
So that one attributed to Strickland.
Yep.
I believe I heard him right, number 75, attributed with the penalty there. So tied on penalties now, both teams with 10 penalties. That puts us to 280 total yards in penalties. Our count, I believe, if I'm remembering it right, was 295 in Sholo earlier in the year.
Yeah, not a number that I wanted to remember.
Not a record that you want to be touching again.
Yeah, they're going to take clock all the way down.
Picked up. Number 21 is going to receive, or number 21 is going to take the ball. He's going to get brought down about the 8-yard line. It's going to be 4th and goal. Will this be a field goal opportunity for the Shamrocks, or are they going to go ahead and go for it?
Yeah, tackle there by Jordan and Merrill.
At this point, it's your senior year. Try and have as much fun as you can.
Right? Morgan Arona and Trayson Merrill are pulling away from everybody now in the tackle category at 5 apiece.
Quinn Ashton letting us know, sent me a text I wasn't able to see until just now, that the mercy rule starts at the differential of 42 no matter when. Just as soon as it happens, that starts. Pitch out to the left side, number 21 with the ball, trying to get around the corner. He's going to be short. I think the Elks are going to get the ball on the 1 or 2 yard line.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was, but it's been so long since I've been down there. I don't.
And the Elks are going to take over on about the 1st or 2nd yard line. 1st and 10 for the Elks.
Elks are going to get the ball on the 2 yard line. Danger, Will Robinson. Okay, did I hear booing, and can somebody fill me in? Because I was looking at my
No, the booing is so.
Extracurricular?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
playing with the balloon down the stands, and one of the sisters down there didn't want to play, and so the students booed her. So then she flipped it, and they all calmed down.
I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't part of the game. Like, what did I miss? I don't see laundry on the field.
No, you're not missing anything. That's nothing like that.
75 coming into the ballgame. Jace Young's the sophomore for the Shamrocks, coming in for number 58, Nathan Rodriguez Jr. Nathan Rodriguez, who is a junior. Don't know if his dad's name's Nathan as well.
That was very punny.
You're welcome. Handoff, Wiltbank. Wiltbank's going to get to about the 5, gain of a few yards on the play. It's going to be a 3rd and 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Kept the ball and was tackled almost immediately. It's 3rd down and about 7.
And that ends the 3rd quarter. So now we're going to flip the field.
All the way down to the other end we go.
Yep, and I'm going to take this opportunity to.
Call Winslow McNeil.
No, but I'm definitely going to take advantage of the folding chair and use it.
I will say, couldn't have asked for better weather for tonight.
Yeah. No, and it's just a touch of a breeze, which helps. But, I mean, 75 degrees, great football weather.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like November. Well, it probably feels like November for folks from Yuma, but.
Shamrocks have given us a run of the press box tonight. We're up on the roof right now. We got the top, a crow's nest, I guess, as it were. So it's nice to have a lot of space. It's been appreciated.
Staff's been really accommodating. It's been kind of nice. Couple snafus at the beginning, but I mean, honestly, great facilities, great little campus right here.
Appreciate them for hosting us tonight as we enter the Molly Butler 4th quarter coverage here in Yuma. It just rolls off the tongue that I want to say here in the Dome.
Yeah, doesn't it though?
All right, here we go. Riker Marble on the end zone line. He's going to hold on to the ball. Passes up. Rowdy Rivera. Intended for Rowdy coverage by number 13.
Yeah, that was great pass coverage by number 13. And
Luke Stallworth. I'm going to guess that that's little brother to Rick. No, wait. They might be twins because they're both juniors.
Pass was incomplete.
Double trouble, as it were.
Was there some wobble on that ball? Was I seeing that right? I think there was either.
A floater.
Yep.
yeah, I don't know if somebody got a hand on it or not when it came out from behind the line of scrimmage. Marble with the kick out of the back of the end zone. Starworth getting it at about the 35.
Luke Stallworth going to get caught about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he got hit by his own blocker and held up. Garcia and looks like Garcia, Nico, and Riker ended up making the stop.
She's going to take over 1st and 10.
So, guys, we want to give a little extra love right now to the entire sponsor family for Let's Go Elks, the silent partners, everybody that we've been talking about, all the logos you've been seeing on the screen tonight. Guys, at the last minute, we had to pivot to a cellular connection to be able to bring you the action tonight, something that we were hoping we didn't have to, but we did, and it's because of the amazing sponsors, the amazing advertising family that we have that we were able to do so. So a huge thanks to you guys that we have this hockey puck and this data plan paid for and ready to go so we could bring it to you tonight. Number 21 with the carry.
23 and Merrill and Jordan with the tackle.
Ethan letting us know that it seemed like Nico was favoring an arm situation. He's still on the field. That left arm there, you can see it on the coverage now.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm liking that at all.
And it stayed right there where it's been. He hasn't moved it yet. Man, he's keeping it way down, I hope. First time that he's asked to provide pass coverage, I think we're really going to see the extent of how he's feeling there.
And we've got somebody down. That's a 70 number, but it's not Strickland.
We got a player down, guys. Give us just a second as we got Yuma Catholic's medical director, their athletic trainer, coming out onto the field too to help out. Player is up, correct? There we go. Is that Gage? Is it number 7?
It
or
is
that
number
Gage
7.
Baker?
It's Gage.
Yeah, really favoring that. His right leg. Hopefully he's going to be just fine.
Rominger.
Yeah, that's...
You guys are going to have to catch me up. I was looking down at a few things trying to see what was going on.
Those guys started having at each other, and then it was a fight, and the fight was on. I don't know who started what, but I know how it ended, and I imagine that's going to be the end of the night for Mr. Rominger.
Well, the Shamrocks definitely think so. The entire Shamrock team waving goodbye and pointing to the locker room. Let's see what happens. Referees are discussing. I'm going to go ahead and turn this up so you can hear. I was told over text, too, that I just saw that they're not hearing the buzz as much, so we definitely hear it. So we're going to leave it up so you guys can hear what's going on right now.
So it was 72 from Yuma and 58 from Round Valley. I mean, from what I saw, it looks like both of them need to just sit down the rest of the game.
So if 72 was ejected, is that as affected his eligibility for next week?
Yeah,
it would. He'd miss a whole game.
He has to miss the game.
Lots of discussion going on, and that may factor into it, Ethan, because that would impact the Shamrock roster for sure.
Well, you hate to see that. You hate to see the emotions go that way in a game like this. But, well,
Student section for the Shamrocks also chanting for it. Still hearing, or the 4 of the 5 in a huddle right now of the officials, waiting to hear what's going on.
Yeah, I think the umpire was a little confused on the enforcement. It was after the play, so we should get where the ball was down
And then enforce
and then
the
back
penalties.
it up 15 yards. We'll see. No, he took it back to the line of scrimmage. And, you know, with everything going on, maybe that's where the succeeding spot was.
We're going to find out, I hope, here in a minute, getting lightened a little bit. 9 minutes on the clock here in the Molly Butler Lodge fourth quarter. Guys, huge thanks to Irene and Sandy and all the cool people. You know what? I just got to – I give Sherrod the microphone for 1 minute, and he starts talking about mud pie at Molly's, and I just don't know if I appreciate that because obviously it's the fruits of the forest that's better. We're waiting to hear from the officials right now. But, guys, as holiday season approaches, get your reservations in with Molly Butler Lodge. I've taken my team there before, and we've enjoyed time together there. So Molly Butler Lodge in Greer.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. White, 58. That player is ejected. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. 50. Coming off the bench. That player is also ejected.
So that would be Rominger and Garcia both being ejected, and that would be why we got the 2 penalties.
That's the second flag.
Now, I'm not sure why Garcia is getting flagged. He came off the bench, but he did it to pull Rominger off of the
other
player.
Yeah.
So now we got another flag. Oh,
Is this going to be a staff one now, or are we going to
this
have a
is on.
sideline?
Yeah, this is on a coach. Yeah, so and that's going to yield another ejection. So $325 yards and penalties, 3 ejections. I think these guys just set a record as far as an officiating crew goes. Yeah, I'm not even going to turn the mic up. I know what it is.
Hey,
Actually, 2 of the coaches being ejected. Two of the coaches being ejected, along with 2 players. Not exactly what you'd like to see with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter in a playoff game. And now some discussion going on with the Yuma Catholic coach over on his sideline.
Yeah, guys, there's not anything going on. I'm getting a couple text messages. The ads are rolling because there's nothing happening with the officials talking, and that's why we're leaving them up right now. That's why we were leaving them up. We did miss that last play. I apologize because we're juggling a lot of things up here on the one play when the action did break out. But right now it's just a lot of officials talking, a lot of additional penalties. We're moving the ball. Looks like we're getting back to the action right now.
So now Round Valley's first and 35 from their own 5-yard line. The reason
Yuma Catholic.
Yeah, Shamrocks, number 25 under center, new quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Gives it to the second man, number 21. 21's going to punch in for 6. 8:38 left in the ball game. PAT is up.
And the kick is good.
And it's good.
Shamrocks 68, Elks
With
13.
8:38 left in the ball game, the PAT is through the uprights. Gets things shifted around. We'll have special teams on the field here in just a minute.
Everyone on your feet for the kickoff and make some noise.
Yuma getting ready to kick from their own 40. Kyle Clark catching it about the 20, getting up to about the 25. They're going to mark it at the 29.
Dan, I got 3 final scores for you that we're updating right now.
And the
Final
Elks are gonna
around
take
the state.
over on the 29-yard line.
As we take a really quick look at it from R&R Barbecue, final scores: Sabino 7, ALA Gilbert 38, River Valley falling to Valley Christian 28-35, and Thatcher falling to Snowflake 13-44. So all home victories tonight across the state for the rest of the 3A bracket.
There's going to be some good games next week.
Small gain on the play. It's second down and about 8.
Wiltbank looks like he was shaking up on that play a little bit. Looks like he's going to come out. And based on what I'm seeing, that's probably the last play we'll see out of Wilbank. Riker with the keeper crosses the 35, and he's hit the 38.
Number 28, Riker Marble with the ball carrier.
I don't like the way Pena is holding that arm.
Stop just. They got a first
And it looks like Round Valley gets a first down.
Ball's on the 40-yard line. Dion Quintana was instrumental in that.
Riley Harlan with the carry. Looks like about 8 yards.
Ball's going to be on the
Make it 9. It's going to be second and about 1.
second and about 1.
Next week on the 20th, games happening at Campo Verde High School. Riker Marble holds on to it, does not give the ball. Is going to get to about the 46-yard line.
That'll be good enough for a first down.
We're moving the
Red
chains.
Banks was in on that tackle, Rhett. Good job, Rhett. The Elks got their first down. It's first and 10 on the 45-yard line.
That's so funny. The PA announcer had the same thing, like goofing the number. I was going to say the 55-yard line, obviously wrong. First and 10, Marble from the shotgun standing on midfield.
Riley Harlan with the carry. He's going to get the first down.
Harlan with a nice carry. That's going to be about 11 yards.
Was the ball carrier and tackled on the 35-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 again.
Does anyone else feel like this game has lasted a really long time?
You know, I don't think I've heard Dan say that about 10 times tonight. 5.5 minutes left in the ball game. Harlan with the carry again. He's going to get to about.
And we don't get the late hit on that play.
They're going to call it at the 25-yard line, just shy of the first down.
On the 25-yard line.
Yep, look, it's going to be 2nd and inches.
So it's 2nd down and about a foot.
We have a timeout call? Question mark?
What?
Not sure what's going on right now. We're going to wait to hear from the official. I just had somebody ask, yes, I absolutely have a number for R&R Barbecue so they can cater your next party, wedding, extravaganza. That's 928-245-9505.
Oh, no.
958-245-9505 is R&R Barbecue Catering's phone number. They have a Facebook group. Just give it a search, R&R Barbecue Catering. Did I just see number 50 in the ballgame?
Yeah, I don't think, in everything that went on, I don't think anybody explained to Garcia that he was ejected.
And it didn't seem like there was a lot of excitement about it. I thought there would be a little bit more of an uproar after I saw that. Harlan with the carry. Harlan's going to get to about the 20-yard line. It's going to be good for another first down. Let's move the chains with 4.5 minutes there.
Yeah, and then when the referee did explain it to him, after we were
Okay, he left.
several plays deep, now he's on his way back. There's absolutely nothing about this game that surprises me anymore. Absolutely nothing. I'm surprised they haven't flagged the cheerleaders for fighting.
Harlan with the carry, loss of about 2 yards on the play, 2nd down.
And the sad part is I shoot my mouth off like that, but the thing is they're flagging what they see. There's stuff going on down there.
Yep.
What I don't understand is why.
Elks break huddle with 3:43 left in the ballgame.
It's intercepted. It's going to be brought out of the end zone.
Flag.
And there's a
Another
block
one.
in the back. Strickland got drilled in the back and sent into Yuma's sideline.
Intercepted by number 83, Logan Rush.
And there were plenty of flags on the field for it. Line judge and the umpire were on top of that. But it's post-possession, so if it is against Yuma Catholic, they'll just march it back.
Block in the back, defense.
Yep. Well, we've passed the Sholo numbers. We're up to 335. In case anybody's keeping that stat at home.
In case anyone's been playing along.
Yeah, I hope it's not a drinking game, because that's a lot of something.
Yeah, we're up to. You've just drank yourself into alcohol poisoning at this point.
3:18 left on the clock in the Molly Butler Lodge 4th quarter play. Yuma from the shotgun on their own 10-yard line. Clock management happening right now, I believe. Get under 10 seconds on the play clock. Hand off to the right side to number 43. He's going to be brought down with about no gain on the play.
Brett Jordan coming off the field. Looks like that's the end of his night.
.213 left on the clock. Ball from the right side back up the middle, gain of about a yard on the play, 3rd down.
We have 1 minute and 53 seconds left in the ball game. It's 3rd down and about 8.
I know we can't get a shot of them right now necessarily, but a lot of love to all the Elks fans that did make it to the game here tonight. Got some people in the stands. Thanks for making the long drive over here with us. Under center, pitch to the right side. It's going to be close to a 1st down.
Yeah, I don't think they got the 1st down. Depends on the spot.
Yep.
Well, maybe they did. They're going to spot it at the line.
I see him standing on the 20. Line is, or the marker is just past the 20.
Just signaled 4th down.
So it's 4th and inches.
Yep. And that's fair looking at where the marker is.
By a few inches.
Yeah, now that the player's cleared out, I can see the point of the ball. It's, yeah, about 6 inches.
I thought he was standing right on the line. I thought it was going to be marked up over the line.
I thought so too. That I'm a little surprised, but hey, that's, you know.
4th and inches. Just going to try to push it through.
And he does. He gets like 5, 6 yards on the carry.
Yay!
Dagan Dunn decided to take that ball by himself.
Clock will stop with 37 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, at this point, I think it's a 15-yarder.
Personal foul. Illegal helmet contact. Defense, number 28. That penalty will be assessed at the end of the run, 15 yards.
So
illegal helmet contact.
350.
350 with 37 seconds left in the ball game. I see 25 total penalties, equaling 350 total yards.
15 15-yard penalties. How? I mean,
Only 3 10-yard penalties and 1 5-yard penalty. Everything else, 15-yard penalties. Clock is running.
that's it. It's over.
That will be the last play of the ball game as the Elks ending their 2021 season and playoff run in Yuma as the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks victorious over the Elks 68-13. Fireworks are in the air.
Thank everyone for coming out. Wish everybody a safe trip home.
For all of those that are traveling anywhere, wherever you're watching this, please be safe as you do travel. There's a long road, and there's not a lot of moon that I can see anywhere tonight, so be careful in your travels. Oh, there is. There's about a half. It was just behind me. So as we wrap things up right now, let's take a look at the bracket to show that ALA Gilbert North and Yuma Catholic facing off next week at Campo Verde. And then we'll see Valley Christian and Snowflake facing off at Campo Verde as well. I assume those two games are going to be back-to-back, Dan. We're going to see one game and then the other right after each other on the 20th.
Yeah, I believe so. I would love to watch both of them, but unfortunately, going to be in California.
Well, you can watch them on NFHS because they hold the rights to the semis and the state games, the exclusive video rights. So if you want to watch those games, you can give them what is usually, I think, a $9.99 monthly payment there, and you can watch those games wherever you might be.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'm that interested, to be honest.
So, post-game, post-season wrap-up brought to you by Lackey Reynolds. Highlight of the season. Dan, was there something that stood out to you, a game, a time, a moment, something that really hit you hard that you thought was one of those moments of the season?
Well, you know, being a former lineman, watching Pancake pick up a fumble and run into the end zone, that, for me, that was the highlight of the season.
And you can go back and watch that. We posted it as a replay, as a highlight. And what I thought was super cool is there were 3 other Elks around him helping him get into the end zone. They wanted him to get that touchdown as much as he did, I think. And it's just, again, it's a lineman thing. It's one of those moments. A scoop and 6 is one of those things that that every lineman dreams of, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of notable plays. I mean, early on in the season, Seth had a great year. You know, overall, you know, there's a lot of highlights that we've tagged and put up. And overall, I think, you know, the boys did their best. And unfortunately, in games like this, somebody's got to be on the wrong side of the victory, and that's tonight. That's us.
Well, if you look at the season on the whole, we entered the season, we had a number of games, and then the ramp of difficulty that we saw in the second half of the season, and it took its toll. Right, Ethan? We saw a number of injuries. We saw the team just get more tired than they had in the first half of the season. And I think going into that and then going into the playoffs right after, it's just going to wear on you. And the roster depth that we see at Round Valley compared to teams like Yuma Catholic, I think all of those things factor in. They're going to wear on a team our size, physically and roster depth, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, essentially going into this game with the injuries we had and as banged up as the players who were playing, we essentially were down 5 starters, you know, from where we started the season with. And so, you know, that
puts a dent in any team, but a fairly large dent when you look at our sideline, when you look at our roster as well, right?
Indeed.
So highlight for you, Ethan, was there a moment in the season that was your highlight, your big takeaway? I think Dan stole mine. I'm scrambling right now trying to think of another moment because I was a lineman as well. I was a center as well, right? And so seeing Pancake get to scoop that was pretty cool. But how about you?
I mean, just last week that Rivera getting, after the night he had and as many struggles as he had, catching the game winner in the end zone, having that trust to send it back his way after, you know, I mean, that was a special moment. If you're going to win the game, it's that one felt good.
And as I read in the Independent or the byline there is that Rivera called that play. He asked for the ball.
Indeed.
And so that's a pretty cool thing too, to be able to do that, and that the team and the coaching staff trusted him to execute that, right? That he was able to get that. So Wickenburg, I would agree. Those close games are always great. And so mine, I think, would probably be Sholo, not because of the penalties, but just because of the game, just because of the intensity, the moment, just wow. And their homecoming being part of that as well.
Indeed. I was really looking forward to the Blue Ridge game this year, and obviously that didn't happen, but, you know, that's unfortunate. I always love the Round Valley Blue Ridge games.
That may be the letdown, right?
Yeah.
The letdown of the season is that game didn't get to happen. Yeah. Coming off of that Sholo victory, you know that they were just dialed up to 11 and not getting to play Blue Ridge that next week. But then I want to throw some props to Estrella Foothills for making the long drive across the valley, up the mountain, and coming up to play us. And so, you know, a huge thanks to them for even making a game happen that week on such short notice. Right? They were shorthanded on home games, and they were still willing to make the drive and come all the way up to Round Valley to play in the Dome with us. So big thanks to them. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to give it just to the Sholo game on the whole, because it was just a fun stream to put together and be part of all together. Guys, anything to say as we wrap up the season, as we wrap up this season's complete coverage of Round Valley Oaks football? Here in the Dome, here in now on the west side, here and everywhere. You know, we covered it all over the place this year.
Yeah, you know, I want to just kind of tip my hat to Coach Baca, taking over the program, you know, and did a lot of good. Room for growth. I think he would agree with that, you know. And it's sad to see the seniors leave, especially there's a handful we've just kind of fallen in love with throughout the season, but that's just the nature of the high school football beast. And be interesting to see what kind of team we put together next year and what direction we take it, because the personnel I feel like is going to be quite different from what they had this year to next year. And, you know, hopefully, you know, Coach Tucker will stay involved in the weights program, and, you know, we'll see a lot of those younger players really having big gains over the summer. And, hey, let's see how next year goes. I'm excited for it.
And every year, what's crazy is that every year there's those seniors that, you know, you think of, you remember. Yeah. And here we had Mark Irigoyen's little sister come up talking to us, and she's like, do you remember Mark with the turtle and the stuff? And I'm like, of course I remember Raphael, right? Yeah. Let's go. But there's just those players that you remember and that they remember too, right? Here he is growing up. He's got everything going. It's just crazy. And but that's what happens every year. We lose a handful of seniors. We got another handful of juniors that are getting ready to take that mantle. You know, not that long. I won't want to say 9 months, because spring football is right around the corner. As soon as that banquet hits, as soon as we're coming, then it's getting ready for next season. So that's a good point. Thank you for bringing that up. The seniors that come and go every year, because we do. It's been a blast cheering on Pancake and watching him grow over the last few seasons as well. So, Dan, any parting comments? I mean, you got to see these guys play at the middle school level. You've been interacting with them for a number of years at this point.
I had the pleasure of sharing the field with them, as my first year coaching was when this group of seniors were 7th graders. Todd and I coached them in 7th grade, and I had the pleasure of sharing the field with them, working with them. And, you know, my heart breaks for them, because when you're a senior, if you got to go out, you know, this was not the game I'm sure they wanted to punctuate a lot of them their careers with. But, you know, that's just sometimes how life handles it, and you just move on. So, you know, they put in a lot of hard work this year. They started with some adversity. They overcame it. They played their season. I would argue that they played their season to their best of their ability, and that's all you could ever ask anybody. So, you know, hats off to them, and I'm sure the future is going to be bright for all of them, because they're hard-working boys.
Indeed.
That's absolutely it. Dr. Brene Brown has some really cool books. She has a book called Rising Strong, and it's about the power of vulnerability, of what you do after a major crisis, after something really big happens in your life. And, you know, and you can classify major crises as lots of different things, but to these guys right now, this is a pretty big part of their life, a pretty big deal for them. Just a week or two ago, the boys and I were watching When the Game Stands Tall. Have you seen that? It's about the team in California and the streak. They had like a 150-game winning streak, and that streak lapsed, right? And so now it's, what do you do after that happens, right? Mm-hmm. After you've fallen, after you're down, after the streak ends, the playoff ends, what is it that you do the next day, the next week, the next season? And so that's what we're excited about, right, is what's going to happen next. What are these kids going to do to pick themselves back up on their bootstraps and continue with life, and hopefully take some of these parallels that they're learning on the football field and take them into the field of life?
Yeah, well, when you're a senior and the football season ends and you don't take home the state trophy, I'll tell you what the next step is. You go to wrestling practice. You go to basketball practice.
That's what it is. Winter sports are right around the corner. Open gyms are already happening, and that's exactly what it is. There was a player that I played with that said, you know why I play football? To get in shape for wrestling. You know, and so here we are turning the corner on fall sports. Volleyball just ending their season. Soccer ending their season a week or two ago, and now football as well. So we turn the page and we enter into fall sports. So, guys, from this group, from this family, from that group on the field, it's been Let's Go Elks. It's been a pleasure to bring you the coverage tonight and this season. We're going to leave you with that because we got a lot of stuff to tear down and a lot of miles ahead of us. So from the whole crew, a huge thanks. Thanks for all of your support and all of your love wherever you watch, whether it's Hawaii, whether it's across the country, across the world. We thank you, and thank you for letting us be part of your weekends, your Fridays, your nights. Thanks for being part of the herd. From Let's Go Elks, I'm Wesley McBride.
Me, Ethan Holiday.
Dad Muth.
We got Rustin McBride. We got Fried Chicken helping out. We got Scott Madrid. From the whole family, from the whole crew of Let's Go Elks, you guys be safe. Have a great weekend. Make good choices. We'll catch you next time on Let's Go Elks.